What's up, everybody? Sensei here. Welcome to the show. Welcome to another video. And this is going to be a banger here tonight. We have a special guest that we are about to bring to the stage that needs no introduction. So I'm just going to bring him here, and we're going to get a little bit rowdy tonight. And when you see his face, it should bring a smile to everybody. I'm already laughing because I know it's going to be crazy. And I'm having a little technical difficulty with my camera and lighting, so we're just going to have to roll and deal with it today. But anyway, a person that needs no introduction, one of the hardest working people, riders in real life today. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh,
what's going on? Sensei Regan.
All right, man. We are doing a sound check live. Can you hear me, brother?
I can hear you perfectly.
Dude, can you turn up a little bit, or let me see what we got going on. Hold on, it might just be me. I think it's just me. Let me get a double mic check.
Hello. 1 2 1 2.
All right, can I get a 1 in the chat if everyone can hear us, please? I think it sounded good on my end. Dude, yeah. We got Mr. Primo in the house, and this thing, we kind of just slapped this together. You hit me up. I was like, let's roll, let's rock it out. Long time coming.
Dude, I love these live chats, man. I think it's a really good way for the community to get to know one another. And the fact that you open it up to everyone, I'm definitely no big name in the scene, but I'm a little little somebody. So the fact that you open up the chat for everybody, I think that's a really good thing that you're doing.
No, I appreciate that. Like I said, this is open for anybody and everybody, and you have a bigger name than you think you do. People know who you are. And this is what riding EUC, wheel culture, wheel life, whatever we want to call it. It's what it's all about. Everyone just coming together, having a good time. We might disagree on a certain, couple things, but overall, it's just about riding, having fun, meeting new faces, group riding, riding it like you hate it, all that good stuff rolled into one.
Exactly.
But man, it's a pleasure having you here. Let's give a few shout outs real quick. We got Brother Mix, EUC Chronicles in the house, EUC Lifer in the house,
EUC
Spartacus. Now, dude, I normally run behind on the comments. Now, I don't know if you can click and clack on some of this stuff. If you see it, toss it up on the screen, because I know me, I'll end up falling behind.
I remember when you and Roger were chit-chatting, I was giving you guys the business, saying that y'all were like the 9-bot-1 of reading comments. I was just giving y'all a hard time, man. But I do that. When you have love for the way I show like my what do they call it now? Giving flowers, or whenever I show love, it's kind of like a teasing thing that I do. It's weird, but yeah, no, I see EUC Chronicles, man. He's up, I think, in upstate New York, Albany. I'm dying to ride with him. He's one hell of I love his channel. It's so like laid back, the vibe that he puts out there. Recently, he was in a little bit of a spill, man. I think he's getting better though. I think he's good. So I like to hear that. EUC Lifer, what's up, Spartacus? Shout out to all you guys, man.
Yeah, we definitely got to give some healing vibes to Brother Mix. He was rolling out on the V13 and had a little spill. But I think he's coming together. I spoke to him and we talked for a little bit. So he's healing up good. I know we got to ride soon. But yeah, man. So Flip, man, hope all is well. And that's part of the game, man. And I tell people that there's two types of riders that have gone down and riders that will go down. Right. And it's going to happen to the best of us. So that, man, let's rock this out. First, tell everyone where you ride out of, bro.
All right, so I got 5 wheels.
First, tell us where you ride from,
Oh, yeah.
And then you go down the wheel list.
Absolutely. So I ride out of Worcester. A lot of people confuse me as a Boston rider, and then even Marty said I was a New York rider because apparently I got New York vibes or whatever. I'm not a New York rider. My pops and all my uncles, they're from the Bronx. So if you hear some of that, it's that influence that I had growing up. I did spend a lot of time in New York. Bronx is I'm very familiar with the Bronx, a lot more than I am with the other boroughs. I'm actually right now in Queens. I can see LaGuardia right out of my window. So I'm actually in New York right now. But I ride out of Worcester, Massachusetts. It's basically the second largest city in all of New England. What people don't know is because Boston they grab all the shine, but we're bigger than Providence, bigger than any city in Connecticut, New Hampshire, Vermont, all in New England. Just Boston is the juggernaut in our neck of the woods. So, but I ride out of Worcester, and yeah. So my first wheel was In Motion V5F.
Oh, you came from the V5. Okay.
Yeah, nice. And the thing is, like, so it all started. I actually got into the PEV game back in 2014. Mm-hmm. I got a Eco Rico M3 scooter out of Eco Rico, San Fran. So I got into the PEV game back in 2014. Wow. And I really put about 300 miles on it, but it went a while that I wasn't using it, and so the battery degraded like crazy. So then, back in 2021, RIP, I lost my uncle, and I went into this really deep depression, so I had to get out the house. So starting 2022, I'm like, what can I do to get me out of the house? So I started looking at drones, and I fell in love with drones. I was part of the drone community for like a month before I discovered these wheels. And then I said, well, let me get to these places. I really don't like to drive. So, I was able to fix the scooter, and I start riding, and I'm like, I'm only getting 3 miles to the charge. So I start, going down the rabbit hole and seeing what else is out there. Right. I'm looking at these scooters, and all of a sudden, I see this older gentleman, all due respect, riding out of San Diego. Man, his name just escapes me. He's an older gentleman out of San Diego. And I seen him riding this giant, just one wheel, but it's not the one wheel. Because I had looked into the one wheel. I'm like, that's not a one wheel. It's one wheel, but what the hell is that?
Yeah, buddy.
And I just start looking, and I started seeing all these videos. And one of the earliest videos I seen was U-Stride. Shout out to U-Stride. I know, that's a black and white, thing, love and hate thing, but I'm going to give him his flowers. Because a lot of
can I say something on that too?
Yeah.
We got to give Stride his credit. To this day, U-Stride is still one of the top riders out there. I don't care what anybody says. That all that other crap that happened, that's just water under the freaking bridge. Stride, get back in the game, start popping your videos back up.
Yeah.
I still got love for Stride.
Yeah, and me too. And I got a love for the other gentleman that was part of that whole thing, and all the New York riders. But we all make mistakes. The man was just trying to get some rides going. Mistakes were made on both sides.
Right.
My whole little video was just kind of like, if you really watch the video, which that kind of got my channel known inadvertently. Mm-hmm. If you watch the video, I'm never really taking sides, and I'm not dissing anybody. I'm trying to show both points of view, because I think each side had a good point of view, and I also think the other side had a good point of view. So I got nothing but love for everybody. So I started U-Stride's videos. I started seeing a lot of his. I seen Coogee. I seen this guy out of New York, H. Siang.
Sean. Yeah, go by Sean. Yeah.
Sean, my bad.
Sean. Yep.
I'm 40 years old, man. I'm still catching up.
I'm up here too, brother.
So I start seeing all these videos. And I'm like, yo, and by the time I start seeing these videos, I'm like, on my In Motion V5F, after 4 days, I was like, yo, 15 miles is not quick enough. It's not quick enough. It's not going to do that. I'm over here on the side of the road. Even Spandex Steve is passing me at 30 miles an hour. I'm over here like, okay, this ain't going to cut it. And I was going to get the veteran Sherman from E-Wheels, but they were sold out. So I'm like, and all of a sudden I keep scrolling down, and I see this dark, all black looking Batman wheel that people are kind of like love and hate. I'm like,
I know what you're talking
about. Is that? Oh, that's a Commander. I said, okay, but that's 4 Gs. And nah, I'm not ready for that yet. So I end up getting the King Song 18XL.
That's still a good wheel.
Still the most beautiful wheel, in my opinion. I love it's just the circular shape, the LED. Yep. I love that wheel, and it's still I still have it. My major cutout was on that wheel.
Oh, that's the one you dove down, huh? That was
like all that road rash. But that's because I was riding that wheel like if it was the Commander, and you can't do that. It's not the wheel's fault. That was rider error. So, but after not even a whole week passed, I'm like, yo, 31 miles is not fast enough. I need to go. So I kind of bit the bullet. I actually took a freaking loan out, and I got me the Commander. And finally, I had something that was like, okay, this is what I'm talking about, 50 miles an hour. And let me tell you something. I am not, and I don't ever claim to ever be in the top 20, 30, or even 40 riders. I'm just a moron that likes to go fast. I just like to go fast. That's it. I'm nothing special. there's plenty of people that could beat me in a race. I just love to race. I don't care. I just raced a Wolf King GT Pro. There's video on that. And he smoked me, but I had so much fun.
That's what it's all about, having fun.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. So then after I got that command, I'm like, okay. So I got those 3 wheels, and I started seeing this little pocket rocket. I was like, oh, what's that? It's the M10-3. And everybody was talking about the M10-4, but the M10-3 is actually smaller. And it's perfect. It's like the smallest wheel you can get, other than now they have that new one. But so I got the M10-3 and that I used to get around my building. I go downtown, I get me some coffee. That's like, it's gonna sound kind of rough, but I really don't gear up with that one.
Okay.
And then after that one, I'm like, okay, I need something for the trails. I need something with suspension, because I went to the Wheel Life rally, not last year. Last year I got sick and I drove back at the same time.
Yeah.
I went to the Wheel Life rally the year before. And yo, I was such a noob. My Commander tires was pumped up to almost 50 PSI. No,
nah, dude.
Bro, it was embarrassing. And this is what I'm saying. Like, this is learning stuff. There's no ego here. I'm over here busting my butt, like just falling left and right. Everybody else is just and I'm over here like, what is wrong with me? I can't even stay. I can't even ride. Like, I couldn't even finish. All of a sudden, I forget who it was. I think one of the guys who did really good. He was like, hey man, let me check your top wheel. And he goes for a ride. And he's like a really good rider out of Springfield, Massachusetts. That's another city that gets overshadowed by Boston. That's Black Cobra territory, Springfield, Mass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he goes.
Shout out to Cobra. He's here too. What's up, brother Cobra?
Yeah, what's going on, Cobra? So that's the thing. To make a long story short, I got the Extreme Bull Commander Mini to race last year in last year's Wheel Life Rally. That's literally why I got it. I actually had the first Mini in all of New England. Like the first
wheel too. I love that wheel.
Oh man, it's an amazing wheel. Unfortunately, I'm gonna sell it and we can get to that later. But that wheel has been it's comfortable. I feel like it was built for someone my size. I mean, I'm not tall, but I'm a little heavy, but I'm able to throw down that wheel and have a lot of fun. So I've got 5 wheels, but I am selling it. I'm not using this channel to promote that.
Dude, please. If you're gonna sell it, yeah. If anyone's interested in a Mini, look him up, man.
And here's the reason why. It's not because it's turned into a beat machine. Because I'm just constantly hitting that 50, 50, 50, 50. Yesterday I hit 53. And this is darkness spot. This is adjusted. And it was the first time I hit it, but I'm noticing, I'm like, man, I can't. If I keep going, eventually I'm going to cut out. So the reason why I'm getting rid of it is because I'm actually moving to Florida in a few months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm moving to Orlando. So I got this wheel to go on trails in New England.
Gotcha.
I'm not going into those Florida woods.
You're going down there with the gators with Duff.
No, they got gators. They got snakes and alligators. They got freaking mosquitoes that'll pick me up and throw me off my whip. Man, I'm not playing with that. I want no parts of the Florida woods. I'm gonna stay on the street. Now, the beauty of Florida is, and I learned this especially when I rolled down in Miami back in January with the Miami boys. Shout out to the Miami crew and the West Palm crew. They were down there too. George, he let me use that EXN, which, that EXN. I can see why that's a legendary race wheel.
It's
legendary. So, in Florida, I don't see myself going into any woods. I really don't. And the trails down there is not like New England where it's like, hills and stuff. So I don't see myself putting a lot of use into that wheel. The roads are in much better condition down there than they are in Massachusetts. We have very old roads. UC Lifer said those are house pets.
House pets.
Yeah, Black Cobra, he's laughing. He's like 50 PSI. Oh, go George, go. What's up, man? Yo, actually, shout out to George. George was the first dude. So when I got the Commander, the first group ride I ever went on was with George and some other cat. I'm horrible with names, man. I'm such an idiot. But George took me out, and I was trying to keep up with him. I think he had the EX20 at the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm rolling on right now.
Yeah. And I was like, ooh, yeah, that's a dope wheel. I'm like,
that wheel to get enough love, man. Go, George, go. What's happening, George? Thanks for rolling in tonight. Yeah, because I looked at his videos on that wheel, and then I watched some of Adam's videos, and then it was just like he kept saying how good it was, and everything George said was spot on.
Yeah.
Big battery, nice, comfortable, easy to work on. I said, let me get it. I got it for $1,600, man.
Yeah.
And with
You
3
got it
miles
for
on it.
1,600?
1,600 with 3 miles on it. I
That,
couldn't pass that up.
that's a good deal for that wheel, man. And I'm blessed because I'm in an area where Worcester is 40 to 45 minutes northwest of Providence, and I'm only 45 to 50 minutes west of Boston. So I got all these people that I can look towards who know their stuff. George, he's a technical dude. He knows some stuff. I saw one. He actually today I think he uploaded his a video, the unboxing of the ET Max, and he's over here spitting out words. I'm like, what kind of language is he speaking? I don't know the words. So and then you got Archie, that man is the long range king. This dude can ride to freaking Alaska if he wanted to. And so I got all these people I can look forward to. And then you got the Boston crew who are just, I've thrown shots at the Boston crew.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that little brother, big brother complex. It's like Boston is the big bro. So I do it out of love and just, it's some people took it the wrong way, but it's just out of love, because they were the ones who showed me how to go get on a trail. A couple of them dudes out there took me out on a trail. Most of my rides have been with them. So I've learned from them. I've learned from everybody, Providence, and even the New York riders. I've learned a lot from them. So shout out to New York City. I'm actually, again, in New York City right now. But, even when I went up to Marty's tour, I think it was last October, Marty's tour, he said it was the last one. I learned on them, keeping up with Don and Roger.
Oh, yeah.
In the mountains. Oh, I was
thing, dude. Well, I mean, what was it like out there? I mean, I'm watching the videos. I'm like, if you go out of control, you slipping off one, you're going off the side.
It's a different beast. And here's the thing, right? So, and shout out to Melody, because Melody, she's an LA rider. She lent me her Commander High Speed. So I was like,
that's Mono Will Melody? Is that her? She has a channel too, I think. Mono Will Melody.
She does have a channel.
That's her, I think.
Yeah. She wears like a white helmet with them pink things.
You got the ears on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her. That's her. Mono Will Melody.
Yeah, she let me. If it wasn't for her, I never would have made the trip. And actually, to let you know how that trip went down real quick, I left Boston, flew into LA, got into LA at 2 a.m, picked up a minivan, drove that minivan up to Castaic Lake, rode 75 miles with them Cali boys and girls, rolled right back to the van, and got to the van, drove back to the rental joint next to the airport, went to the airport that night, flew right back to Boston.
You serious, dude? What?
Marty said it was, that's another person. Marty said it was his last tour. I was like, I gotta get out there. So yeah, I went out to LA and look, even Black Cobra said went off the mountain, almost went off the mountain. Right? Yeah, because here's the thing, Don and Roger, I think they were on like EX30s or Commander Pros. Mm-hmm. So they're a little quicker than the Commander I was on. So I started dipping and hearing beats as I'm trying to keep up with Roger and Don. And then when I got up to them, I was kind of trolling them. I was like, come on, y'all can go faster than that. Like,
that's in the video.
Yeah. And then at the end, Don was like, was that fast enough for you? I didn't want to say this. I'm gonna keep it real though. I didn't want to say this, but I was shitting bricks on the mountains. I'm over here turning and I don't mean to cuss, but I'm over here turning and I'm just like, oh man, this is a tight turn. Like, especially when you're going at them speeds, but I'm like, whatever. I was more worried about Melody's wheel. I'm like, I don't want to miss nobody's wheel. Same thing with George in Florida. His EXN, the way he had that out, man, if I had the cash, I'd have bought it from him at the spot, man. My thing is when I'm using somebody else's wheel, I can't go crazy on it because I do grip enough where I know if I take a spill, I'll be good. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I don't ever want to wreck somebody's wheel. And if I do, I'm gonna have to pay the piper, man.
That's the thing I get when riding people's wheels too. I'm like, man, I just don't want to dump it. I never want to dump anybody's wheel. Hey, big old shout out to George as well. He's talking about the 18XL. And that, again, that's one of the legendary wheels along with the Nikola. And I think Cobra, I saw your video with the, I don't know if it was on Instagram. I can't remember, about the ET Max. So I'm looking forward to some videos with him on his ET Max. And he says, because that was huge. That wheel was huge out there, the EX30s. They all were rolling EX30s at one point. Don, Roger, all of them.
Oh, and I didn't even mention this part. So they're over, and then they went through these mountain passes with rocks and sand and divots. And I'm just like, oh, come on, this is not my thing. I'm a street rider. I'm not a trail person. I don't be on them sandy whatever. And I knew it was gonna happen. I'm over here following this dude on a Sherman who he was nasty with it. He was just fine. I'm over here struggling. All of a sudden, I went into a divot too hard. I just flipped over, went right on my shoulder. Luckily, I'm low to the ground. You know, I'm not one of you.
Right.
Footers. You know, I'm low to the ground, so it wasn't too much damage. But I looked at the wheel. That's the first thing. I'm like, please let the wheel was good. I said, all right, hey Melody, I dropped the wheel, but it looks good. And she was like, yeah, it's fine. She was like, yeah, it's no problem. And a lot of them out there, the dude named Chris, Roger, they all said if I ever went out there, you know, to holler at them, they'll let me use the wheel. So I got a lot of love for California. And then up in San Francisco, up in the Bay, I rode up there too. I rented a wheel from Alien Rides.
Oh, nice. You rode the Alien Rides crew. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, I didn't ride with them, but I try to meet up with them, but I don't know, the logistics just didn't work. Okay. I was only there for 24 hours. But I was riding around a wheel I rented. I think it was it was an InMotion V10
V10F or V10.
Yeah. And
my wife has a V10.
It's the best way. If you ever visit in San Fran, you got to rent a wheel. It's the best way to see the city.
Oh, dude, that's the best way to see any city.
Exactly. And you were out in Pennsylvania, right? You're in Pennsylvania?
Well, no, I'm in Jersey.
Jersey.
I'm originally from Pittsburgh. So I go back there and I ride sometimes, but most of my rides are in Jersey and New York City.
And what part of Jersey? You're northeastern Jersey, or
I'm in? I guess you'd say central. I'm right, dude. I'm about 3 miles away from Old Giants Stadium, MetLife Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I lived out in East Orange.
I'm not far from East Orange. Maybe 15 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
If that.
Okay. And how's that Jersey riding? How's riding in Jersey?
Jersey, it's cool. I like it. The thing with Jersey, the road system is like you'll be riding, all of a sudden you're out on a highway or tollway. So you got to be careful, man. Roads are kind of bad, but that's just like anywhere. You know, it has good spots and bad spots. You just got to know where to ride.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those serious adventure riders, so I kind of have my areas mapped out. Like if you look at my videos, a lot of the areas are the same. I just keep adding on to the route. That way, when I'm filming, I'm safe. You know, like I said, after I got hit, man, my whole head changed about how I ride now, man. Just wanting to stay safe on the wheel, you know?
You know what kept you on the radar? And actually, I met you in person 2 years ago at not last year's Broadway Bomb, the Broadway Bomb before that. You actually showed up with U-Strike, and I always remember you had that football with the chin strap. It looked like a football helmet.
Dude, I get so much flack for that helmet, dude.
Hey, y'all need to lay off of him. At least he's rocking a helmet, you know.
Dude, it's like my signature now, though. It's like if I go somewhere and I don't have that helmet on, I'm like, hey, where's your helmet? I'm like, no. It's like a punter's helmet.
For real, from now on, you gotta rock that helmet. You're skilled enough. You don't need these Halo helmets, that cover. You're good with the old school,
it's metal. People don't understand that piece. It's not plastic. It's metal on the front.
And you got good view.
That's why I love it. You can see out of that thing, dude. It's like a fishbowl. You can see all the way around. That's why I love that helmet.
It's a great helmet. It's a freaking helmet. Y'all need to lay off my boy. It's a good helmet.
I'm gonna buy another one in different colors.
Exactly. Just to get at them. But yeah, I met you. It was real brief. You said what's up. I said what's up, and I was like, yeah, that's that dude with that football helmet. That's what I said as you roll by. I said, yo, that's that dude with that football helmet.
I talk to
That it's funny how like you get to know like different things with different people, and but it's been one hell of a journey, man. This is really an addiction. It's a way of life.
Mm-hmm.
I made it my mission in the last since I started riding June 2022. I've made it my mission to grow the sport in Worcester, just to get the community together, because I seen the crew in Boston. I seen Hartford got a little crew. Portland, Maine, they got some riders. Providence, they got a crew. So I'm like, and Albany, New York got a really cool crew. So
yeah, that's where Flip's up that way.
Yeah, Flip and Cy and Rich and a whole bunch of them. Real cool cats, man. Albany gets slept on. Albany is one of my favorite places I ever rode. Have you rode up up and have you ridden up?
Nah, I'm getting ready to make that trip to go see Flip. Once
Yes.
you all healed up, I'm going up that way. Yeah.
Hey man, if y'all want a third wheel,
Oh, you're more than welcome, dude.
yeah, I'd love it. I can get to Albany in an hour and 50 minutes on the Mass Pike 90. Boom, I'm right there. No problem.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be a nice hook up there. I just got to figure out what wheel I'm going to take, though. So I don't know if I'm going to drive or I'm going to take the train. I might just drive. We'll see.
Yeah, I heard one of our riders had a little bit of an issue with Amtrak recently. And I've heard good things overall with Amtrak, but apparently they ain't let him board the shout out to Zach. They ain't let him board the train, and that kind of pissed me off.
Oh, with his wheel?
Yeah, they didn't let him board the Amtrak, and I heard that never happens. Like they let everybody on.
I never had I took him before. I had my RS on there or my Sherman, one of the two. And
yeah,
I just put my wheel in the seat, and that was it.
Yeah, and we have the T here that connects Worcester and Boston. The T train, they never say nothing.
Right.
Say, well, that's the best way to get.
That's weird. Yeah, I never heard anybody having trouble taking their wheel on a train at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Now, do you have it? Do you hold any like big rides in Jersey? Do you host any big rides? Because you got a decent following.
Like Will Brady. There's a lot of guys that ride over here.
Shout out Willie Brady.
Yeah, I mean he rides all over the place. Phenomenal rider. So they have a lot of ride outs. Yeah, I don't know if the Adam U's over here too. So there's different ride outs. It's just my schedule is kind of hectic, dude. So it's like sometimes I'll go ride at 10 o'clock at night, do night rides and stuff because I get home, it's late. So it's hard for me to get to certain places and things. So I ride as much as I can. I try hopefully this season to get out and ride with more people, but most of the time, man, I'm either by myself or I roll out my boy Coquille Robinson. You've seen him probably in some of my videos.
Yeah. Shout out to Coquille Robinson. Coquille, he got to be Puerto Rican for using that name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does he carry a switchblade with him? Because we all carry switchblades.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's funny.
Shout out to Coquille. And then Adam U, man. I like Adam U, the way he breaks stuff down. It sounds so scientific.
Surgical precision when he breaks everything down, right? Yeah.
My boy, Adam U in the house. Yeah, I love that. Let's see. We got one wheel, two skis. I ride serious mountain trails. I'm sure you do.
Wait a second. You guys got Worcester takeover? Oh.
Yes. I'm so upset. I got to work next Saturday the 8th, so I wouldn't make it to the Worcester takeover till 5 p.m. Well, Cobra, if you end up making it, I'll do a special ride. I'll just ride with you. I'm saying if you make it out to Worcester and I'll take you to dinner, bro. Like I'm sure my wife will be cool with it. But yeah, the Worcester takeover. So the premier events in Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. You got the Wheel Life Rally in Springfield, hosted by the Black Cobra. Great event. Even though I ate crap on the first one.
I'll go this year. I'll be there this year.
And I'm gonna be there too. Even if I end up selling the Mini, I'm still gonna go there, whether it's on my OG Commander or what. I don't know, but I'm gonna go there. And then you got the Boston Invasion. Those two are the premier events. And the Boston Invasion is hosted by Archie. So I got the whole Worcester takeover. The first year I did it, we had 12 riders. Mm-hmm. Last year I did it, we have 51 riders.
What?
The news channels showed up. They interviewed me, and and this year, the way it's looking right now, we might have anywhere between 60 and 80 riders. This thing is it's still not gonna be, Boston Invasion 100 plus riders, but this will be probably the second largest event in New England. And I want this to go big because I'm not going to be here next year. I'm not going to be in Worcester next year. I'm going to be in Orlando.
And this is what, June 8th?
This is next Saturday. And we got 3 rides going on. And here's the thing, like I like to include, for me, anybody in the PEV. Now I've talked a lot of crap about the one wheel, and we can get to that. But my rides are catered to so everybody can have fun. Mm-hmm. So I got one ride that starts at 11. That's a very chill ride. We go 15 miles an hour. We go in a massive group. We take over the city. We take over the streets. We got a nice route that everybody can keep up, no problems. This is great for beginners. Mm-hmm. It's great to get people into the sport. That's the whole point. The second ride, which is at around 2:00 p.m., same kind of deal, more inner city, more like just exploring like different things. It's going to be a big baseball game going on that day because the Worcester Red Sox is an affiliate to the Boston Red Sox. And then the third ride, that's what I call the pros. This is the people with the big wheels, the super scooters, the bikes. We're gonna I call it Send It on 70. We go from Worcester to Clinton, which is the Wachusett Reservoir. It's like a 14-mile stretch. And when I say we're gonna send it, we're gonna send it. We're gonna go fast. We're gonna be beeping the hell out of these wheels. And hey, it's not a competition. It's not me against you, you against me. It's a competition between yourself. You got to break your own. If your personal speed record is 48 miles per hour, you got to get to 49, Papa.
I got you. I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't as long as you make it up to the Wachusett Reservoir, because we're all gonna post our location online
in one piece.
Yeah. If you make it up there, which is fine. It's kind of a direct shot, but that's the thing. You make it up there, you win. It's not me against you, you against me, because we all got different wheels. How am I gonna say an EX30 and a Sherman compete? The EX30 wins. Is it really the rider, or do you have 10 more miles per hour, 15 more?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not to bring it all the way back, but that's another thing I learned after my little video that I did with these two that raced in New York. I was like, well, one was on the Master Pro and one was on the EX30. And it's a straight shot. Yeah. That doesn't show too much skill, and I'm nobody to talk, because both them riders would eat me for breakfast. So I'm nobody to talk.
When you're talking performance on that last straightaway, there's no way the EX30 was going to outpull that monster. There was just no way. It just was. I mean, and the people that don't understand that tunnel. That darn tunnel is almost 4 blocks long. That thing is long. So, because you can hear a stride, you can hear him beeping.
Yeah,
he just ran.
He couldn't do anything else.
There's nothing else he could do. It was just he ran. He ran. It was too much road, man.
Yeah. So I was wrong when I said one was better than the other. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. I was out of pocket for that, and I was actually wrong on a few things in that video, which I'm more than happy to point out. But yeah, that's why because I rewatched that, and it's like, yeah, that's what I know. Because again, the man you stride, he has skills, man.
Man, them dudes, like I said, I work in New York, and I ride in New York, and them dudes was rolling. Like I said, until you ride in New York, you can't say nothing about that video. I'm not just saying that being a thing. That's just a different animal. But them dudes was moving. They got skills, man. They got skills, both of them. They
do. Shout out to both of them, and I love and the New Yorkers. And I'm gonna give them my flowers. The New Yorkers get some hate, especially from the Europeans. They be like, they're gonna ban the sport. Nah, bro, that's your continent. They're messing with y'all in your continent. In America, and I said, I'll tell listen, this is my pill. These wheels are my therapy. When I'm pissed off, because we all got yin and yangs, right? I'm a happy-go-lucky guy, just like you, friendly. I give you the shirt off my back. But there's another side of me, just like there's another side of you and everybody else. We saw the video you posted.
Oh, dude, you guys, I have to explain a few things out of that video, dude. Oh my goodness, man! I got
to explain it to Luke, puppy.
Real quick, Devo, what's up, man? We got Melt in the house. Devo, EUC vibes.
What's up, Melt?
What's happening?
Devo,
1 wheel, 2 skis. What? One? Okay, we got 1 wheel. Hey, man, we just doing a darn thing. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I'm sorry, man. I'm getting all happy. Continue, brother. Continue.
No. We're gonna talk about how, like, when these people in them cages, when they want to act up, they see you having fun, because when I'm on the wheel, I'm Mr. Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Mr. Rogers, right? But I've got a video that I haven't put out yet. I'll show you when we actually meet up again. I'll show you the video. It's facts. I got a video where I had to roll up on a dude because the dude cut me off in his truck and bad, like for no reason. Yeah. So I had to roll up on him. I said a few things. I'm trying to be Mr. Rogers, but you got me coming out looking like Fat Joe. I want to be Mr. Rogers. Don't bring out the Fat Joe.
No Fat Joe.
You don't want that guy. I'm a happy-go-lucky, loving person, and I know you are too. You're a positive influence in the community. You're giving everybody, you got a nice following. You're giving people their time to shine. It's a beautiful platform you got. But that dude was trying you that day. He was trying you.
See, I just want to clear a few things up. So pretty much what you saw in the video is exactly how it started. Now, Once I got to the stop sign, you can hear the guy's truck coming to, you can hear it coming to the video, right? He rides to the stop sign. I let another car go, and he's just mouthing off. So I caught myself avoiding him, and you can hear it in the video. He hurries up and he pulls off to the side. That's when you see me go off to the left. And I was like, what's up? What, like what's going on? That whole type of thing. And he's just doing this, right? But if you listen, you can hear him start like slurring his speech. I'm like, oh, I see. He was drinking, right? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So then as I start going up the road, he pulls up and like straddles the road. So that's when I go up on the sidewalk. I was still trying to avoid him. Then he hurries up and he backs up. And I said, oh, this is where he must live. I'm like, okay. And then that's where the whole thing takes off. Like, what's up? What's up? That whole thing. And I was trying to be cool. And you can see in the video, I blurred, like some people say, oh, you're doing it for views. No, if I was doing it for views, I would have showed his face and everything. I wasn't even about that. Because what I did see, he had a shirt that had a police name and stuff on it.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know if he was off duty. I don't know. I'm just saying, I didn't want to bring bad light to that company. His bad behavior reflected on him. That's why I took and I blurred everything out.
You did him a favor.
Yeah. So what I did was, I'm like, I always want to show the good, the bad, the ugly of everything that we do. Meaning that we have good times on these things, but sometimes, things don't go so well. So I said, let me just see if I can put this up. So anyway, we're arguing back and forth, and I try to use my camera as a deterrent for him to leave me alone. Then he got out the truck, and I was just like, you heard all the yelling back and forth. I was like, at first I was like, I'm gonna have to pop this dude because he's getting a little bit aggressive. Then that's when I smelled the liquor again. I was like, okay. Then he went back. Now where I blew my stack was one. He was like basically, what are you doing in my neighborhood? Like, what am I doing? I was like, your neighborhood. Everybody knows what that is. Like,
yeah,
I'm about to, what am I doing? Like, that whole type of thing. Okay, whatever. That was strike number 2.
Yep.
And then the one where I just flipped, we're arguing. He went over and tried to pick out my uni.
Don't touch the wheel, bro.
Don't touch the wheel. You can say,
put your hands on me. Don't touch the wheel.
Don't touch the wheel. And that's when I shot in on him, and I put him in like a front guillotine, and I start choking him, and I can just feel the fear come up in him. He just went like, he didn't know what to do. And then I spun around and I threw him down on the ground. And my man skidded out his heels trying to get off the ground, jumped in his truck, backed it up all the way into the driveway. And a few minutes later, cops came. And it's the best thing of the whole night. The cops knew who I was, dude.
Oh, that's
like,
awesome.
And we see you zipping around all the time. You don't bother nobody.
Yeah.
They were cool. They asked, you want to press charges? I'm like, nah, I said, I'm good, man.
Don't you know some martial arts?
Yeah, I studied that stuff.
You got some stuff.
I don't even talk about all that stuff. But it's like, I can handle myself. I'm not the toughest dude in the world. There's always people bigger and badder than you. But I know enough to give your average person a little bit of trouble. But anybody that knows any type of martial arts, boxing, MMA, any of that type of stuff, they're not going to be out causing any trouble. They'll try to avoid it. It's normally the ones that can't do anything that are doing this all the time.
Okay, exactly. And this is something I seen it in the Cali chat, the LA chat. I call them Spandex Steve. These dudes riding the bikes that dress like they Lance Armstrong. They got a freaking attitude problem for no reason. You see, let me tell you something. Riding with everybody from a lot of places, 99% of people who ride wheels, we're just glorified nerds. We're peaceful people. We don't want no problems.
No problems, man.
We don't want no issues.
Problems.
We just want to ride in peace, chill. And when we see somebody in our group who's kind of weird and acting out, we check his ass. We're like, yo, man, relax.
Right.
So when I see that freaking weirdo in spandex, and y'all need to stop wearing that spandex unless you're racing. We don't need to see the twig and berries out. We really don't need to see that.
They get aggressive.
Yeah, there's aggressive. I'm like, dude, I'm not a 2-ton vehicle. I'm not running you off the road. If anything, I'm going right next to you. Hey, what's up, bud? I've gone like this to them. I've been given the bird a couple of times. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let it go. I'm 40 years old. I'm gonna let it go. The 20-year-old me might have, popped off at the mouth, but whatever. You're mad because you got to go home and you got to make dinner for your wife and her boyfriend. So now you're tripping on me and everybody else you see having a good time. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand the aggressiveness that a lot of them bike riders have towards anybody that's not on a bike.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I mean, that stuff is real, and it's like I said, it pops up out of nowhere. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're used to being like I guess they're used to being the fastest thing on the road next to the. You understand what I'm trying to say? So now you go zipping by them. It's like yeah, deuces. They get mad, man. You see that, on bike trails and stuff like that. Like me and my boy, we were riding. I'm not gonna tell you where we were riding, and we're just cruising. And we hear on the left. Like, okay. They go whipping by us and say a few things. And then my boy was like, nah, man, this is it. He rips by him. They yell some stuff. Then I come ripping by him, and we just left them, man. But yeah, they had attitude. It happens.
I don't understand. Like, listen, the last thing I want to do when I'm riding an EUC is to crash into someone else who's not in the car.
Yeah,
that's the last thing I want to do.
That's the last thing.
I don't want to. If anything, when I went to Miami, they were having critical mass, so it's all the bikes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I was doing? I would get to the front. A couple of them were calling me RoboCop. I'd get to the front and I would hold traffic. I love to hold traffic, and I'm over here, and there's a truck looking at me. I'm like, hey man, just give me some time. And all of a sudden, 2, 3, 4, 700 bikes. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Go by, yeah.
I'm doing you a favor, dude. We're friends. We're allies. I'm not your enemy, dude. And if anything, I gotta give y'all props because you guys set up the infrastructure.
That's another thing we need to talk about in a little bit too. Is the infrastructure needs to be so much better, and it's not. What's horrible.
Yeah.
Stefan, what's happening, man? Thank you for rolling up in here. Stefan, is that it? Yeah. Who else we got? Make sure we get everybody in here. Yeah, we shouted out everybody. Stan, what's going on? But yeah, man, I don't know, dude. Like I said, I don't know what their problem is. Again, I have no hate toward anybody when I ride, but just sometimes, man, I was just at my breaking point. I was like, nah, dude. And the other thing that I got from it, I think that dude probably they might have had trouble with that dude before. Just the vibe that I was getting. He just seemed like the loud.
They knew you were the peaceful person, and they seen him. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's this guy again."
Yeah, they were like, "Yeah, we identified him." And when I heard that, I was like, oh, "Okay, they must know who this cat is." So just let it go. I won't have any more trouble out of that dude. I don't think.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the whole thing. With that, and not to shout out to those people who ride a bike, man. I need to ride a bike more. I'm a little on the chubby side. That's another reason I'm moving to Orlando is because, I spend way too much time to get into work. And by the time I get home, I'm just so exhausted. I don't even want to go to the gym. I barely want to ride. So, I went out when the pandemic first hit back in 2020. I actually went out to Kissimmee for a whole 6 weeks, and I got into the best shape of my life, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I got down to my high school weight. I was ripped. And then I get back to Massachusetts, and slowly it's just
starts creeping back up on you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what's next on your wheel menu, dude? You're selling one. That means you gotta be getting one.
Okay, that's a good point. Again, I'm selling. If I was staying in Massachusetts, let's keep the one thing clear. If I was staying in the Northeast, not just Massachusetts, if I was staying in the Northeast, I would not get rid of that Mini. I love the Mini. You said it on a comment. You said I ride the snot out the Mini. You're absolutely right. I love that Mini. I
rode that wheel, not yours, but I rode it. I liked it. I came this close to getting that thing. Yeah, dude, that close.
And I'm an Extreme Bull junkie. That's my brand of choice. I know people say it's just the good, but still, I like to look at Extreme Bull as its separate entity.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I've got a King Song, In Motion, and then a Gotway M103 before it was the gold.
That's what I learned on was an M103.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's again amazing little wheel. But so the next wheel on the menu is I gotta go with the GT Pro.
Okay.
The GT Pro, because the thing is, for Florida, that wheel makes more sense.
I can see that.
Supposedly, listen, and if you hit the top speed, I'm not getting at you. All right. I haven't seen anybody really with GPS hit 70 on that wheel yet.
Yo, dude. Yeah, that thing is fast. That thing is fast. Just do me a favor when you get it. Put a Cadillac symbol on it. with those fins, it looks like a 50, like an old style Cadillac.
It looks like the Bel Air. Yeah.
Doesn't it? Yeah, it does.
I love it. And I'm a little dude. So me on that big ass wheel, like, and I think it has fast charging capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I got family in Melbourne, which is on the east coast of Florida. It's an hour from Orlando. So I'm trying to get there on a wheel. I don't want to drive to Melbourne. I want to wheel down to Melbourne. Yeah. So really it's the GT. I mean, I was looking at the ET Max. I got to check it out. I know George and I think Cobra as well. Both of them.
Yeah, Cobra got it.
They're holding demos this weekend, and it sucks because I'm going to be in Lauderdale this weekend, so I won't be, able to go to either one. I'd have gone to both of them because I'd love to check that wheel out. It's a beautiful. When it comes to looks, the ET Max easily trumps the ET Pro.
It's a beautiful wheel.
It's a beautiful wheel, and I'm sorry, and I might get some heat for this, but looks is kind of an important factor when I get a wheel. Mm-hmm. Performance, reputation, but I gotta like the look. Wait, Stan says, will the King Song F22 be faster than the GT Pro? Listen, I like the name F22, but King Song, I don't know. And I've seen pictures, it's beautiful, but I doubt it.
I'm gonna call it. I think that wheel will be comfy. I think it might hit 50, but I don't think it's gonna. Me personally, I don't think they're gonna push the scales and put it up with the GT or the ET Max. I don't. That's just my opinion. I don't think they're going to do it.
Yeah. No, I don't. It's somebody saying Devo says wait for the Commander Pro GT Plus with.
That's with the big battery. Yeah.
So educate me, Devo, and I think a couple of other people said it. UC vibes at Spartacus Golden Rim Job. LMAO. These cats. Listen.
God, they're the best, man.
When I get down to Orlando, I'm cutting weight. I'm going from 175, I'm going down to 155 at least. So do I need the Pro Plus? Little old me, do I need the Pro Plus? I don't think I do. I think I'll be good with the GT Pro. And again, if I were to buy the GT Pro right now and I still have the Mini, my wife will kill me. So I have to get rid of, because if you look at my living room, it's all wheels and scooters. I got 2 scooters too that she rides.
See, the thing with wheels, it's like people that don't know, they're like, oh, they're all the same. No, they're not. They're not. Each wheel does something different. That's the crazy part, man. You got a trail wheel, you got a street wheel. Some are range, some are not. So it's like, yeah, man, that variety.
And that's the thing. Like, and I do have someone interested in buying the wheel. I think she's coming to the Worcester Takeover. She's interested in it. Whether she buys it or not, I don't know. But again, for Massachusetts, this wheel the Mini can do it all. I tear up the streets in it. I can go, even someone like me who sucks in trails, I suck. I can still rip on a trail with that wheel. I got that wheel for the freaking Wheel Life Rally. Mm-hmm. So when I threw out my back and I got sick, I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I rushed that wheel to go, and I love to support the local guys. Like,
dude, I wanted to go to that thing so bad. Just everything, just the bottom floor just fell out. Everything.
Yeah, and that's why I told Cobra, and I know he can't come to the takeover, but maybe I can like stop by Springfield sometime this week and get a couple of them Wheel Life Rally shirts and big up his event. Although he don't need much big up from me, but it just we want these events to get bigger and bigger and more. Bigger. Somebody did write in these comments. They said something about what we think about the
laws. Yeah, we're gonna hit that. Cope, hey, this is for Cope with the ET Max. Dude, check out power knobs. I was looking at Electrified Rider. He has the ET Max, and he was talking about when you put those power knobs on, it's easier to push the ET Max, man. So that might be something you want to look into. The power knobs. It's just a different type of power pad on the wheel. Focuses more toward the bottom. You're pushing more with your, I guess you can say, like your instep, more so than with your shins, if that makes any sense. But from what I can see, a lot of people are saying it makes the wheel easier to push, to accelerate on. But yeah, let's get to this one here because I did see that. Can you click on it? Okay, here it is. Okay, maybe y'all had mentioned this previously in the video, but what's y'all's opinion on what the EUC laws, excuse me. I'll give you the first take on it, and I'll come over the top on it.
What I think is fair for EUC laws. That's actually a really good question. It's a slippery slope. We're still niche, okay? Mm-hmm. We're still niche. We're still so rare. I'm still at the point where when I do see someone on a wheel, even in New York City, I'm like, oh, a wheel. Awesome. Yeah. It's still that niche. I'm afraid that once we get one law in, there's going to be 2 laws in, then there's going to be 3, that they're going to limit us to 25 miles an hour. They're going to do this limit and that limit. And I listen, maybe it should be treated like a motorcycle. Okay. I mean, these things now have the potential. They ain't no there's not bikes, man. Let's be real. Mm-hmm. These are more like now obviously they can't go 200 miles an hour.
Right.
But the point is, I mean, they go fast enough to where maybe if they will allow us the streets and not give us any headaches, maybe get a little license, whatever. But this is a way for the states, the country to go greener.
Yeah.
More space on the road, more, and that's kind of what I'm going to miss about the Northeast is it's definitely a better infrastructure for people like us who ride our PEVs in Florida. That's why the GT Pro makes so much more sense for me, because it's top speed, it's higher end, it's more safe technically.
Seems like it's more open road.
Oh, it's way more open. Yeah. And the roads are big. And my biggest fear is like the other night I was riding, I ended up getting this flashlight. I was actually riding halfway to work to my car. And I didn't have a flashlight, and I was terrified because some of the streets from Worcester to Framingham is the midpoint between Worcester and Boston. You're going through these woods, and I'm over here like, if a deer pops out, I am screwed. If a deer pops out, like just bam. With Florida now, it's like if an alligator pops out.
Alligator, iguana.
Iguana. Big iguanas.
They're big, dude.
Yeah, like the ones in Puerto Rico, they're huge. So
big, man.
But as far as laws, listen, I'm nobody to say anything really. My opinion is I'd rather there be no laws. I'd rather stay the way we are. Mm-hmm. But I think eventually, this will maybe not be niche. It might get to the point where more people are using it. They're seeing how much fun we have. We got all these YouTubers talking about it. It's therapy for a lot of us. It's going to get to the point where they might be, regulated. If they go the way of Europe, though, a lot of those European countries, I'm going to be real. I ain't following none of those laws.
Me either. I'm going to say that's what I'm going to start off with. First, I'm going to ride. I'm going to keep on riding. This is my thing right here, right? A lot of people making the laws, and when you read through this stuff, they know nothing about PEVs, nothing. You're looking at like, who's writing this stuff? That's the thing that first ticks me off. It seems like they don't reach out to anybody. Hey, if they're doing something in New York, let's have a meeting with the city. Let's get some of the riders. Let's all sit down, talk, try to work something out. Nothing like that. You just get a bunch of people that make these laws overnight. Hey, I don't like this. I don't like that. This is how it should be, right? This is what I look at. You can go right now and get you a car that has 1,000 horsepower and drive it on the street. You have classifications of race cars that don't even have that much horsepower in it. You understand what I'm trying to say? But they're worried. Now they're trying to limit like even e-bikes to 750 watt motors and stuff. You can't even get up a hill with that. And just think when your battery goes down, what are you going to do with a 750 watt motor? You understand? So they need to make these laws common sense. I don't mind regulation, but it has to be fair. One, I honestly don't think you need should have to have a license or a plate or anything on it to ride these things. Anybody that's riding out on the road is more than capable to be riding out on the road. That's number one.
Yep.
For all the pros that we have with these things, we also have cons. You see what I'm trying to say? One, weather. If the weather's too bad, most people aren't going to be riding too bad of weather.
Nope.
Oh, you always say, oh man, these things will do 50 miles an hour. Yeah, but for how long?
Yeah.
For how long? You can only ride top speed for so long. So you get to a point where you're cruising between maybe 25, maybe 35, depending on where your battery is. So again, there's a lot of things that need to be worked out. I think a lot of people are rushing to judgment on these things. They're just making bonehead mistakes in these freaking laws. And if you're going to write laws, include everybody, at least people from the community, people that ride, and try to iron out something that works for everybody instead of just saying, hey, this is how we feel. Either you obey what we want or don't ride at all. I'm just going to keep riding. I'm not putting a plate on it.
Nope.
I'm not putting a plate on that thing for what?
I'm 100,000% with you. And not to bring the chat down to a sad thing, but in the years that EUCs have been on, I think we've lost, what, 4 or 5 individuals?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Every day, hundreds of people die in cars. Motorcycles are the most deadliest form of transportation. Look it up. I don't know. That's why when people are afraid of the plane, I'm like, have you looked at the statistics? Like, even when you're in an Uber, you're in danger. Don't come at me with my little tiny wheel and try to regulate me when you got these motorbikes going, 200 miles an hour. You got cars that can push 150, 160, 180.
Easy.
And these are big cage vehicles. I'm in a wheel.
Dude, that's what I keep trying to say. There is no comparison. If anything, we should, you want to have laws against us riding EUCs. Why don't we start passing laws so they're limited to how many years they can sit in office and make bonehead laws?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say? Start regulating that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely.
Again, it's like anybody that's taking the time to learn how to ride, again, we're helping the environment, cutting down on traffic. You should be getting some type of break for that crap. Where's all of our tax money going? How come the infrastructure is so bad? Where's all the money going? There should be more trails. And this whole thing where people are getting mad because EUCs are riding on these rail trails, what's up with that? If you're riding at a reasonable speed, or when you come up to people, you slow down. You understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
And you're obeying the law. There's nothing. I don't see what the problem is riding on these rails to trails. Some of these people, they come out, oh, you're not allowed to have that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you don't own it. Who are you to say anything?
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. You're enjoying it, and I think my tax cut dollars go to this just like yours do.
Exactly.
So what are we talking about here? That's a damn shame. But no, I'm working. So I work at the airport. I'm not going to do so much at Logan. I work out of Boston right now.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go to Orlando, MCO, I am going to try to talk and make a stink and see if there's something we can do, because, I'm going to be living pretty close to the airport. If I could take my unicycle to work and not have to take my car, I mean, that's one less car people got to deal with.
100%.
Maybe like a secure place in the airport where all scooters, with a little dinky camera. I'll pay $20 a month for that, maybe even $30 a month, so I can store my wheel there while I go to work. I would gladly pay that. And if enough people do that, you have enough money to pay, security guards to, monitor, creating jobs, and
man.
more great. Like, there's so many. So I'm going to be advocating for that when I go down. I'm going to try to go to those meetings. I don't have Twitter. I'm not really on social media at all. It's this and Telegram for me. But I'm going to have to probably get back on social media if I want to try to make a change and, get these things to where, we have more spaces to go. But these cats are really, this Stan dude, he got a good question. He's like, are the Spain race riders better than America? That's where Zen Lee's out there right now.
To me, that's hard to prove. I think until they meet head to head, I don't see how anybody can say who's better than the other. I know, because you got some good riders over here, man. You got some really, really good riders over here.
Yeah, no, you got some bomb riders. They could beat me. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
they whoop my ass. But
mine too. I'm a cruise rider, man. So
I mean, I go fast, but that's it. You put me in a straight line, boom, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I can rip some corners, but I'm nobody to be talking anything. But that was a good question. I've seen them ripping in Spain. I like Spain as one of the countries I think that's more lenient for PEVs.
Yeah, if you even look how when Zen's riding around him and Psycho, yeah, it's like, man, it's nice. They can bike, no problem being in the bike lanes and riding on the roads and stuff. They seem really cool over there.
Yeah, that's one of the spots that it's like, even though I don't like the way they speak Spanish, but even though they're the OGs of Spanish, but I don't like
You're funny.
Yo, I don't like the theta they use. I don't like that, but whatever. Because they're so friendly to PEVs, I gotta hit up Spain. Pete Lee said, my life is listening to you guys right now. I just picked up my third wheel, and she's like, why do you need 3 wheels?
Dude, they're all different, man.
5 wheels, bro. You need at least 5.
Dude, I just picked up, I'll tell you what, I picked up the T4 Pro. To me, that's a city slayer.
Wait, oh, yes. I love the look of that wheel, dude. Green, that lime green.
That lime green wheel. I tell you what, man.
How you liking it?
I like it. I mean, for this, again, it's not an open road wheel. You're not going to hit 40 on that thing. I think it tops out at about 30. Like I did the freewheel spin. It was 49.4. Knocked 10 miles an hour off of it. So you're looking at about a 38 mile an hour wheel. For my weight, I wouldn't take it above 36. But for the city and running around, dude, that thing rips. It rips. It has a V3 master board in it.
Yeah, yeah.
That thing, it's a mini master. That's all it is. It's a mini master. It's built better than the other ones. Only thing I don't like are the pads that come with it. I don't know why, but go put some more crap ball pads on the wheels.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
besides that,
I like the pad George showed on his video. The pads they got for the ET Max actually look dope. But most of the time, their pads, yeah, they suck.
Yeah, it's the same pads they basically have on the EX30 and the Master. I'm just not a big fan of those pads. They don't stick anymore. Yeah, I gotta wait for my pads to come in. Yeah.
Actually, and here's the thing: people like to think just because I go fast, I might be the best rider in Worcester. I'm not. There's a dude named Jesse who rides a T4. He's the most skilled Worcester rider. That dude, he was at the Wheel Life Rally, and he was the only cat. Shout out to Worcester. Shout out to Jesse. He was the only cat who did both one wheel events and EUC. He did both, and I went. I think last year he might have done the same thing. So that was a Worcester guy, another Worcester guy. Shout out to Worcester. So it's like Newark. Newark gets overshadowed by New York City.
It does. Yep.
In EUC vibes, I think I was watching his live today. He was talking about painting his rim gold. He's up in Yonkers. Yonkers is not New York City. Yonkers is not New York.
It's way up there. When people tell me Yonkers, I was like, well, I didn't realize how far Yonkers was up there. It's pretty far up there.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I tell people, like, give a thing to, and if you're one of these corny cats that think that just because you're from LA or Miami or New York that makes you instantly cooler. Some of the coolest people I've ever met are from places where there's like 500 people. You know what I'm saying? It ain't where you're from, it's who you are. And actually, you just highlighted the Black Cobra coming up. All right, you're gonna be at Worcester around 5. Boom, we got you. Everybody, I'm gonna take over. He's coming to Worcester at 5. Yes.
Dude, I'm sorry. We're running on these comments are coming. I appreciate the comments, and I'm slow, man.
No, it's fine. It's my fault because I keep running off at the moment.
No, dude. This is your stage. This is all about you. Oh, another thing too. We're talking about the laws. Kind of go back a little bit, and this is one thing I love. I've never had one problem out of any police officer while riding a wheel ever. Never.
You know what they do when they see me? I had one cop go like this.
Right.
I had another one go like this. And then every time I go, I'm respectful. I'm from the hood, but I respect police.
Yep.
Like I go by the cops, I'm like this. I go like this. I go, I do some corny thing like this.
Dude, never have a problem. I'm the same way. I wave. That's how they all know me. I have family in law enforcement. My uncle's a state trooper in Pennsylvania for years. His son's my cousin. He's a state trooper right now out in Hershey. So it's like no problems, no problems whatsoever. And like I had one stop me. And I was like, oh man. He was like, no, hey, I'm just seeing, man. I see you have a helmet. Do you have elbow? Asking if I had other pads. I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, man, just making sure you're all geared. That's it. Yeah. No problems. But every other day, people, oh man, get a plate, do this, do it. No. You're free to travel in your persons, man. Last time I checked in America, I'm free to travel, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm free to travel.
I got pulled over once, and all the police officer, all he wanted to do was ask me about the wheel. He was just curious. I admit I do always get a little bit nervous because back when I was younger, like I got pulled over on some BS stuff. I don't have a record, I'm clean, but I'm just saying, like so I have this thing inside of me when I get pulled over, I instantly get kind of nervous, which I'm sure a lot of people do. But this dude was just asking me, just, hey man, you gotta tell me what the hell that is that you're riding. And I told him about it. I don't know if he ever got one. I hope he did. But yeah, that's it. I've never had a cop go, hey, blah, blah, blah. And I think the bigger the city, the better, because they got bigger fish to fry.
Dude, that's the thing. Riding through New York, you ride through New York City, trying to run down EUCs and give people a hard time is the last thing they're worried about. All the crap going on in New York City. They got bigger fish to fry than someone on a freaking one wheel. Come on.
Yeah. Yo, we are definitely behind on the comments.
Yeah, I'm trying to give everybody some love here.
Yes.
We need a moderator or something. We gotta hire somebody.
we need Primo to shut up for 2 seconds so we can read these comments.
It's cool, man. So that's what I got. I got the. I'm looking at it right now. The T4 Pro. I would recommend that wheel. I mean, I'm like basically a 200-pound rider. That thing gets up, it goes. Range, you're looking at about 45 to 50 miles on that thing.
On that wheel?
On that wheel, you can do it. Now, you're not going to be hitting top speed, but if you stick between, I say 20 and 25, you can get 50 miles on that wheel.
That's really good.
I believe you can get 50 miles on that wheel.
That's really good. Shout out to the T4 Pro. They have zero ammo to use again when they make laws, so they don't lump us in with the Sauron riders. Yeah, the Sauron cats are a different breed.
Yeah. Anybody like, I know I had cousins, they wanted to get an e-bike and they wanted to get a Sauron. I was like, dude, just get something with pedals on it, man. Because once you start getting, it looks just like a dirt bike. I like the Saurons, but to me, that's just gonna, you just have a beacon on your head for them to come after you then.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, man. Because it looks just like like a dirt bike.
Yep. Pete Lee, you need a backup wheel and a backup wheel for the backup wheel. Absolutely, my man. Absolutely. That's why I told my when I bought the little white M10-3, she was like, "Why are you getting that?" I said, "Sweetheart, listen. Do I really want to take out this 60-something pound 18XL or this 80-pound Commander? No. This 24-pound little dumbbell right here will get me. I go get my dunks. I'll go. What you want from Walgreens? You want like what you want? What girly thing? What she likes the Celsius drink? So, I be using excuses like, do you need anything? And to rip, even on the V5F, people thought as soon as I got the 18XL that the V5F would go extinct. No, that's the wheel I use when crappy weather hits. That's when the rain comes, because now I've put almost 1,000 miles on it. I've gotten my money's worth. So if it craps to bed, it craps to bed. But none of my wheels collect dust. I mean,
I rotate the wheels. I rotate them.
Yeah,
I rotate them.
Charged.
But that's again with the T4 Pro, and when I mean like range tests, and a lot of people think you're not going to be riding top speed. You know what I mean? If the thing does 38, you're not going to do it. But if you vary your speed, and I think a good video was Flip's video, his last one, I believe it was, when he's riding V11, and how he kept saying how many miles he put on the wheel. You know what I mean? It's you're just cruising. You might be doing 15, 16, 18 miles an hour. You might jump it up to 25, bring it back down. You can put a lot of miles on the wheel.
Absolutely.
You can put a lot of miles on it.
Yeah. Flip had that music video too, right? He had that music.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
He got the voice for it. He got the voice for it.
Oh, he got the chops for that, man.
Yeah. So shout out to Flip. My UC Journey said Spanish riders are better. No creo que es verdad, papi. No.
I'm not. Yeah, I would just like to see him compete. Like I said, I think there's people over that can hang with them. I really do.
But I respect them though.
I do. I give them the respect. But this is the thing with riding. There's somebody out there we don't know right now over here practicing somewhere. They're gonna come up out of nowhere and surprise everybody. You know what I mean?
It ain't me, but somebody out there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Think about how fast riders got, especially out on the West Coast when they start doing those intro to speeds. When Roger and them were doing those courses and stuff, look how fast they got.
Yo, shout out to Roger, man.
Yeah.
Roger's a beast. He's a problem. Roger's a problem. And that the racing they do out West is just totally different. I mean, and they got female racers that'll knock the brakes off you. I mean, they'll smoke you too. I'm not saying you in particular. I'm saying me.
They will. I'm not. My days of pushing like that are done, bro.
Yeah,
I don't want to hit the ground at no 50 miles an hour, dude.
Stan said, didn't Primo almost hit the police in the New York wheel? Bobby, I didn't almost hit the police. I hit the police on that wheel. I went right into the car, bro.
You almost made it through the hole like a fullback, dude. Yeah, man. Broadway Bomb's no joke.
It's no joke. The first year I went, when I went that day, luckily the weather cooperated. So it was a gang of us. And let me say, out of I think 70 people who were participating, I know I got in the top 20. That was my first time. I had only had the Commander for 2 weeks, tops. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of, and I lent my glasses to a ride out in Springfield, and I never got him back. So I'm over here like this with tears coming down my eyes as I'm like trying to race. I kind of cheated. I was following the Albany crew. There was like three, four dudes from Albany. One of them, I think it was Sai or something, a sumo. He had like this horn, this giant horn that like, it was like a train. So
like a freaking train horn.
Yeah, they're clearing the path and I'm just behind them. Like, I'm just going to follow these cats, right? Mm-hmm. And then last year, it was whack, dude. Literally, we had 3 people racing. 3.
Yeah.
I mean, there was
not the same anymore.
Yeah, there was like 20 UCs, but the weather had an effect. They mixed up the days. Like, a lot of people came the day before.
That was me. I went the day before. I didn't know. I was there the day before.
So it was literally 3. It was Will out of New York who ended up winning the thing on a Commander HS, I think. Commander, shout out Commander. There was this beast from DC. His name is Nick. He's insane. The dude he's got skills. And then you have my friggin' slow ass. So it's us 3. And my whole dumb strategy was because I never got to do any training runs at Broadway. You know, I was like, I know it seems like a straight shot, but it can get confusing. It's not. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to follow Will. And then when we get to the end, I'm going to try to pass him. Because I had my wheel, but then I didn't think, actually, that's not a good strategy because the Commander has a bigger battery, the OG, than the Mini. Mm-hmm. So he would have had much better battery, more top end. I would have never passed him. That was a stupid strategy. And I didn't have, you know, so I'm focused on him. I didn't even see where Nick went. Nick took another route.
And you guys had a road fair, like a street fair.
Yeah, all of a sudden, and you see in the video, I'm passing people, I'm ripping. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna get them. All of a sudden, cop car, 2 cop cars. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get by them cars. But then I stuttered because I see a barricade right behind the freaking car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, so I'm looking at the barricade. Oh, look, now I'm hitting the cop car.
I hit the cop car. Ran like a pinball game.
And I'm like, oh man, this cop's about to yell at me. So and then I just go right into the fence, but I didn't even hit it that hard. Like I really didn't. I was fine. Like after that, I was good, but my wheel just went.
You blew the board on it, right?
Yes, I had to replace it. And I was having issues with that motherboard. So because ever since I replaced it, all of a sudden the wheel just is so much better. Mm-hmm. So before it would like I would start it and it would go like this.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Now, luckily I got it from eWheels. And shout out to eWheels. They have been amazing. Anytime I've had an issue or a problem, they have always responded timely. They sent me out the replacement motherboard, no problem. Actually, they sent me out a replacement, another part. I replaced that. That wasn't the issue. But then when I replaced the motherboard, all of a sudden, bing, everything perfect. The wheel rides better than ever. Yeah. So it sucked because I was out in New York City for I rode a total of maybe 1 mile. And,
dude,
you know,
that was heartbreaking.
It's a 2-hour and 20-minute drive from Worcester. You know, it's
you had a cart at home too, right? You bought this like little blue cart.
No, I had to get it. So right now I'll get to that. So now I went to this bench. So after I hit that bench, I look at the cop and I'm thinking she's gonna yell at me. She goes, "Are you okay?" Or he goes, "Are you okay?"
That's New York, man.
I'm like, they don't even give a shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. So I go to the corner.
I'm telling you.
And I'm over here trying to turn it on because I'm like, this shit ain't over. I'm turning this on. I'm going to go. And it won't turn on. And I'm like, oh, great. 88 pounds of dead weight. This is fantastic. So I Ubered I called an Uber and I called one of the big ones, like a SUV. So he came up with a Cadillac. I said, dude, man, I just need to put this in the back of the trunk. If you can put the seats down. He gets me in my car. I wasn't parked away too far. I get to the car, plug the wheel in. Drive back, drive a shame, 2 hours, 20 minutes. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Home, I had to go to my apartment. I got this big blue cart that I used to get my groceries. Put the wheel in there and I dragging the cart out.
That sucks, man. That sucks, dude. But it's not. That's what I try to tell people. Like, I've had footage of the Broadway Bomb. I didn't even post stuff. You know, people going down there. I'm just like, nah, it's not even about that. That thing is no joke. You got to be on your P's and Q's when you're running that thing because it's not. People think it's you. I mean, you can ride it leisurely, but even then, man, your head's constantly on a swivel, man.
And you see people. I mean, there's footage of almost, you know, people missing, and that's why I think if I can offer any advice from someone who's raced twice or 1.5 times, You're gonna want a street tire. Street tire is your best friend. And because I have the knobby on the Mini, and it's harder to avoid stuff. When I rode that EXN in Miami, I was like, man, this is the wheel I need to race.
Yeah, EXN is nice.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said, the EXN, man, people hit 54 miles an hour on that freaking thing.
Mm.
I mean, that's a force to be reckoned with, that dang on wheel, man.
EXN is no joke, man. I would, again, if I had, if I wasn't already eyeing the GT Pro, once I get the GT Pro, maybe in the future I get me a house, I'm not in an apartment, I might be able to convince the wife, listen, man, I got a shack out in the, can I just get another wheel? Like, really?
I think I might be getting another one too. I don't know how. I might have to get rid of one. I was thinking about my RS maybe, but I think I'm gonna get a V4 Master. I'm thinking. We'll see. If I got a footprint in my back, that means my wife then kicked me in the back and told me no. So I'm able to get it.
I'm like, there's so many things I could be addicted to, and I mean,
dude, it could be worse things.
It could be a lot worse.
It could be worse things. It could be worse.
Like way before I met my wife, my addiction was the ladies. So I said, listen, ain't this a lot better than me?
Exactly.
I'm all about wheels. I be riding with other dudes. I ain't got nothing to worry about.
That's it. Like I said, man, you're out there, you're therapy, you're enjoying yourself. I mean, come on. She knows where the heck you are. You're on your wheel.
Yeah. She ain't got nothing, so it was, let's see. Stefan Kanika said that I was mad troublemaker in the beginning, challenging everyone to a drag race on the freeway at 3 a.m. Okay. I'll address that.
One sec, real quick.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that. Hold on one second. So Stan's asking about the Falcon. I don't know. I was watching Two Sales, One Pack. They just did a teardown of the video. It's a small wheel. My biggest thing about the Falcon, because I thought about getting a Falcon for a City Blaster wheel, this commute with, it only has a 900 watt-hour battery on it. That was my only thing. So I was thinking Falcon or the T4. Now the T4 has a higher top speed and twice the battery. That's why I said I'm just going to go ahead and get the T4 Pro. Now, even though you can get the it comes with the S cells, the 50 S cells in the Falcon, I'm still like, I'm just going to get the T4 Pro.
Hey, for a rider your size, you made the right call. I think the Falcon's good for like someone who's like 130, 140 pounds.
Yeah, it's a smaller wheel, dude.
I think that even I'm too heavy for the wheel.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't get it. It looks good, but I said T4 is about the smallest I would go. And that T4 is 70. They're saying 70 pounds. I've seen 79 pounds.
Really?
The Pro version. I have to weigh it to see what it is. But the lowest weight that I've seen for the T4 is 70. After you get all your pads and stuff on, if it's saying 70 pounds, it'll be about a 74-pound wheel. Think about the OG Sherman was 77 pounds.
Yeah. Hey, that Falcon's a nice looking wheel, though.
Yeah, it does. It looks good.
It's a nice looking wheel.
They make a slightly bigger version of that, man. That'd be.
Heck yeah.
Right, so I interrupted you, man. My fault.
No, I was just I challenging everyone to a drag race. Okay. When I first got that Commander, I was so stoked with the speed it was giving me. I did what's called a noob mistake. I started thinking I was the shit. So I started thinking, oh, let's all go. Let's get on the freeway. And Archie was like, hey, man, not a good idea. Not a good idea. And I was like, all right, you're right. And it was just, I just got excited. Again, when I love to race, I'm not saying I'm any good at it. That's the misconception people have. They think that I can beat every. No. I just love to race. I don't care if I win or lose. I just love the adrenaline rush I get. You hear me yelling in the little promo.
Dude, that's your call right there. They need to put the I can't even get it there.
Yeah. And that just comes out. I don't make that up. It just comes out. It's like another, I just love to race, man. And even if you smoke me, I'm gonna be like, hey, good, good job.
That's it. More power to you, man.
That was a mistake on my part. He said Primordial, but then he corrected and said Primo. But yeah, that was unfortunately, that was stupid. I beat Primo at Broadway Bomb by default. EUC vibes. Yes, you did. Yonkers in the middle.
And George, this is perfect, man. He says right here, EUC should be treated like horses or bikes, legal on all roads except freeways and exactly. You can, like I said that in a video before. You can ride horses anywhere besides even now. There was a guy that actually rode his horse on a highway, and they had to let him go. Yeah, they could. They arrested him one time, and then they tried to get him a second time, and they showed up. They were like, "Nah, you got to let him go. He has the right to ride it."
Well, you say he was riding a horse?
He was riding a horse. It was out in Chicago. I think his name was the Dreaded Cowboy. I think that's what his name was. You can find the video right on YouTube. Yeah, and they had to let him go. You can ride a horse, dude. You can get on ride a horse anywhere.
Wow, that's
what I say. You're free to travel, man. Nope, I'm free to travel.
Yeah, this country ain't perfect, but I've spent enough time in third world nations to tell you that you got it pretty good here.
Yeah,
pretty good. My wife's from Colombia. I guess you can call me a passport bro, but
oh man.
But yeah, when you date out of state, it's a different thing. Anyway, back to wheels. But as far as the laws here in America and the freedoms we have, again, we're not a perfect country, but man, I come back here and I kiss the floor, I kiss the ground. Yeah. Man, I'm happy I was born and raised here because
my thing is I just don't want. It seems like we have the freedoms, but they're just slowly eroding away. That's the thing. It's just like certain things that they need to have a strong, force against, they don't. Yeah. And then simple things, they're like, nah, let's just go after. No, come on. That stuff has to stop.
Absolutely. But and then during this whole thing, I remember a couple of years ago, I was supposed to do this documentary, this EUC documentary. Mm-hmm. And I was gearing up to do it, but unfortunately I had a lot of this life stuff happen. I had a lot of people inboxing me. I won't say no names, but some noobs and even a couple of very big names. And they were like interested, like, yeah, come through. We'll do a little video. But unfortunately, a lot of things happened in my personal life, work life, everything. And then I was thinking about my uncle I had just lost a year ago, and that was like my father figure, basically. Mm-hmm. So I just got into another deep depression. I never did it from there. That's why I came up with this channel. So I'm like, okay, so I don't have the time to do the whole movie or whatever, the documentary, but at least I can start filming everywhere I go. Like
right.
New York, Florida. Now I'm going to be doing a lot of work in Orlando. I'm dying to get up to Canada and ride up with them Toronto dudes and the Montreal dudes.
I feel the same way, man.
Yeah, and then Vancouver is beautiful, although they're having issues with the laws in Vancouver. Shout out to EVs. I don't know what's up with the laws, man. It's like you can shoot up heroin, but you can't ride an EUC.
Dude, it just like I said, it doesn't make any sense. It's just like we're just sliding backwards. The worst case scenario, if everyone's worried about the speed, okay, you put speed limits up for cars, put a speed limit, peak hours, you can only hit 20 off peak. You know what I mean? That type, if you're on a trail with people, or just be mindful when you're around people,
Exactly. EUC vibes. Sorry for the loss of your Theo, uncle. Theo's uncle in Spanish. I used to call him just Theo. Rest in peace. Thank you, EUC vibes. Appreciate that. Yeah, my uncle was the man. My biggest regret in life is one of my biggest regrets in life is him not seeing this, because I think he would have loved it. Would he have ridden an EUC? Probably not. But he'd have gotten an e-bike, maybe an e-trike, like what the Providence Cats be riding, or maybe even an e-scooter, probably e-bike. But I could totally see him, riding with us, and that would have been good. Unfortunately, didn't happen. But Devo says my EXN is collecting dust.
No, Devo, ride it.
Devo, what is Devo? Devo, what do you have again, man? But he did post it earlier. Just there's a lot of comments. I don't know where he posted it. He must have some bomb wheels for that EXN to be collecting dust.
Yeah.
If I had the EXN, where the female rider almost fell but ended up full sending. Yes, was that like on a dirt road?
I saw that. I did see that. It looked like she was drunk, man. It was like she bowing down and pulled that thing out too.
When you see that, it reminds you of how much like I suck. And I can't.
You gotta give yourself, dude. You're better than you think you are, man.
listen, I know my space, right? Everybody has like a little space in this EUC universe. My space is just to do little, maybe once in a while, funny videos, little videos of where I'm going. You know, I'll never be in the top 20, 30
Nah, me either, dude.
creators.
I'm not. I know that I'm not. So when
Yeah.
people say, "Oh, you're slow," Sensei, damn right I'm slow. I don't even care, man. I always said I have fun and I enjoy the ride. You know, I put the content out there so people can see what's going on, and I just try to be the bridge gap in the community, so to speak, that whole type of thing. I'm not like I'll go, like I said, I'm gonna go to Cobra's event and I'll try to make it to a couple other things this year, but I'm just here just to have fun, man.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. Freshbone said he went to an Intro to Speed. Which one did you go to? I know New York is having Intro to Speed sometimes, or is it the one in Cali?
Pier 76, they do it.
Yeah,
They do it in a couple other places too. Yeah.
I do want to go to one of those. Definitely want to hit one of those. That's dope that they're doing that. Let's see. I have so Devo has the Commander Pro and a fully tricked out Extreme. Okay, yeah, you got some bomb wheels.
Too, man. I thought about that. Dude, there's just so many freaking nice wheels, man.
My EUC journey, Sense and Primo are numero uno. Thank you, EUC Journey. You are the man. He got Euro.
That's right. Yeah. Yep.
What's up, man? Yeah,
Will's the man. Good dude, man. Good freaking dude.
He was actually the dude who I stole some of your videos to make my little promo. He's the one who shot. He was like, I should be on your show. Shout out to Euro.
Yeah, he did say, yeah.
Yeah. So Euro, I owe you, man. Shout out to you. Oh, Roger's in the building.
Roger's in. I probably wait, dude. I apologize if I don't get to your comment. I am so sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I'm helping you out. It's all good. It's all good. Oh,
I think you can click on it too.
Yeah, so Freshbone says Los Angeles, Sepulveda Dam. That's man, I'm down to do one of them things, man.
Do what?
Them Intro to Speeds they be having by the dam in LA. I used to live
in that looks fun.
I lived in Long
I want to get out there and ride with Roger and too, man. That's on my list this year. I gotta get out there. There's a couple places I gotta get to.
Yo, them LA riders are cool as hell, dude. There's no like I don't see no ego, man. Like they're always like, hey, just come through. Let me know when you're coming through, and I'll lend you a wheel. Same thing, but Worcester's not as attractive as LA. But if anybody ever hits, Central Massachusetts, hey, if you use an emoji, Worcester invented the yellow smiley face.
Really?
We invented Harvey Ball back in 1958. Invented the yellow smiley face. We invented the monkey wrench. This is the birthplace of the women's rights movement. Yeah, the monkey. We invented that. The Declaration of Independence, the first time it was read in public was in Worcester, and there's a whole bunch of other firsts we've got. But again, Boston takes all the shine. But let's see these comments. So yeah, that Fresh Bones was out in LA, and then Roger, he's always at Intro to Speed. Yeah, that's why he's so good.
He's quick, dude, too. Yeah. The thing is, he's consistent when he rides. If he's very, very consistent, man.
Jose A is from North Jersey. Bergen.
Yes, Jose. He's a Jersey rider. Good dude. Yeah. What's up, Jose? We got to ride again soon, man.
Don's horse rides 55 miles per hour. Roger, as a professional racer, are Spain racers better? Thanks. Stan, that's a loaded question, bro. That's a loaded question. Everybody's got their thing.
It's okay, put it this way. It's just like any other type of racing. Auto racing, whatever, F1, rally, everyone can drive in every different. They have good drivers in every country. It's just who's on that day.
And we haven't even talked about them riders in the Bay.
Yeah, dude.
Them riders in the Bay, I mean, they put it down.
The riders that are really good that just don't want to compete, they just ride the ride.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Roger's part Spaniard. EC Vibe says. Cobra says Cali riders are amazing. One Somniac Roger goes to the gym. I need to go to the gym.
Yeah, I kind of got back. I got my after I had to lock horns with that dude. I'm like, that's it, man. I'm like, yeah, man. I said, nah, I'm going back. I said, I'm not. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
You know, honestly, when I was so this it's been a few years, but when I was at the boxing gym, man, it was beautiful. You get a better workout on the heavy bag in 20 minutes than you will in an hour and 30 minutes.
That's my cardio when I go to the gym.
Right?
Yeah, I'll do like 9 rounds.
Dude, 9 rounds crazy. By round 4, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. It's not.
I love hitting a heavy bag, man. And it's not you have to like you're killing the bag. Like I tell people, most people can't throw punches for 30 seconds. They can't. They're all tired out, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a part of the thing that I don't think it's talked about enough is if you're in better physical shape,
makes a huge difference when you ride.
Yeah.
Especially your lower half too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the EUC vibes. I want to get back into boxing one day. Yeah, definitely. Cobra Rogers, a very smooth rider. He doesn't get nervous.
You can see it. You can see when he's riding, dude. He's very poised, man.
Him. When I was at one point, it was. I had a surreal moment at Marty's event, right? So I ride by Marty. First time I rode by him, I'm like, yo, that's this freaking dude. Like, yeah, I remember watching his videos, and I ended up getting the commander because of him. I'm like, okay. And then I roll up to the front, and I see Roger and Don. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to talk some shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to talk some trash. That's when I was like, hey, man, y'all can go faster than Roger. You can see it in the video where Roger was like, man, we need the battery for the whole race. We can't, if we race now for the whole ride. If we race now, we don't have battery to finish. And a couple people actually couldn't finish the ride. So, you know, he made a good point, but
that's funny.
But yeah, it was dope being behind them and just,
yeah, dude, I can't wait to go out there and ride with them, man. I'm actually looking forward to that because I remember like before I started riding, watching Marty on Overheat Hill and all that type of stuff, dude. You know, it was just I said I always want to go out there and ride, man.
Yeah. Easy vibes called out Roger LMAO. Yeah, that's like what can I compare it to? That's like some nobody calling out Muhammad Ali in his prime. That's pretty much what it was. It's just I know for a fact Roger would friggin' annihilate me, but
that's the thing though. Like me, I'm going out there, I'm trying to learn. I would be a sponge out there. That's what I even said. Like the first event that I went to, Cobra's event, that wheel rally, dude, it was like EUC University. You know how much better I got just from I got annihilated, but I learned so much.
Yes.
So much. That's what people understand. Go there to learn, man.
Real life rally, y'all need to go to the real life rally. I'm getting me one of them shirts. They're dope shirts. And it's in Springfield, Massachusetts, the birthplace of basketball. By the way, shout out to the Celtics who are about to, they're going to kill the Mavs or whoever gets out of the West. But I had to say that. But, the real life rally, man, you'll learn a lot. And actually, just before I forget, got to give a shout out to Dawn because she has a video on PWM, how to do that.
I just sent that video to somebody too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I did. That's how I learned by doing that adjustments, watching Don's video. So I blew the doors off. Yo, and I put that. That's like people think like I try to hide stuff, but if you look at the video, the promo video for this video, you see Roger going, "There's Primo." That was the part. So when we were on the streets, on the paved, I was right there with them. The moment we got to the rocky, bouncy, sandy trail stuff, everybody just, and I'm over here struggling. I'm like, this is not what I do. So yeah, I mean, let me tell you something, Roger. I hate to kill your vibe, but anybody would blow me out the water in a trail ride. I am nobody on the trail. But that's why I gotta go to the real life rally, man. I gotta get better.
That's the thing. There's really not, I don't know, many trails around here. So I don't know what to do to prep for that. But like I said, I'm going up here basically. I'll go to race, but just to be up there with everybody, it's going to be one of the best things.
And the great thing, I can't speak around the world. There's this guy in Australia who has a channel. He's got his channel is kind of like a psychedelic channel. The way he talks about EUCs. I hate that I can't remember his name. But he's fun to watch. But in the States, you have every part of the country, you're going to deal with a different problem. If you're out in San Francisco, you got them hills.
Kind of hills.
Steep ass hills. If you're out in Cali in the mountains, you got to watch out for falling over the freaking, falling over. You got to watch out for mountain curves. If you're in Miami.
Oh, I'm sorry. Arc Rides.
What he say?
That's Arc Rides. Yeah, I like Arc Rides' channel, man.
Yeah.
Put out in a little bit, though. That's Arc. Arc can ride, too, though.
Yeah, he be crashing. He be, like, really getting messed up, though, on his streaming.
He'll be riding fine. Then he get a video, his elbows are all jacked up, his knees. But yeah, that cat can ride though.
He could ride. Shout out to him. He had he came out in the news and everything. African Pre-Talk Art Rides. Hey Tommy. Yeah, shout out to Arc Rides, bro.
Yeah, I never seen.
Okay, my fault. The rally is actually in Southwick, Mass, near Springfield, Massachusetts. Yeah, Southwick. So, but it's in the same area, southwestern Massachusetts, right on the Connecticut line. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. UC Vibes knows the stuff. He knows the stuff. Yeah, but so, and then in Miami, when I was in Miami, I noticed like the cars, they were aggressive in a different way. Like they'll drive by you, and actually Rob down there, he runs the Miami chat. He was like, they'll hit you and leave you.
That's crazy, man.
And then up here in the Northeast, we already know we got some crappy streets, aggressive drivers. Yeah, but if anybody want to ride with me in Worcester, let me tell you something. I could take you to some steep hills in Worcester, and we've got some crazy wind. They call Chicago the Windy City. We got more wind than they do. So I mean, you'll be riding in that wind. You really have to get low. It'll knock you off.
That's my problem, dude. I ride kind of stiff, but there's a method to my madness. But riding in the wind's no freaking joke, man.
Yeah, we got some windy stuff up in Worcester, man. Come see about us.
Put a parachute on the back of my wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, UC Vibes is everywhere. He's like, if anybody mentions UC, he's there. Jose says Miami equals high speed. That's why I gotta get that free, because even though I'm gonna be in Orlando, I'm gonna be visiting Miami and Fort Lauderdale, West Palm. I'm gonna go down that way quite a bit. So I'm gonna need that 70 mile per hour GT Pro.
Yeah, you're gonna need that.
Let's see.
Oh, Stan, he's still doing the God mod. He was out. He just did an event not too long. He's still doing the God mod, and he does repairs and all kind of stuff too. So it's not just strictly God mod. But Dylan's still rocking that, man.
I still don't know what the hell the God mod is.
Basically, it's a big capacitors that they put in the wheel. Yeah.
Well, this is a good question. UC Vibes, GT Pro faster than the ET Max. From what I'm hearing, it is. But I don't know.
Yeah. From what I'm hearing, they're saying, now again, this is what I'm putting together from the video, so take it with a grain of salt, is that the GT seems easier to push to higher speeds than the Max. That's what I'm getting from it.
Yeah.
You have to push the Max a little harder to get the performance out of it. That's what I get from the videos that I've watched anyway.
I know in New England we have one rider out of Providence. His name's Nick. Shout out to Nick. He got the ET Max.
Declan. I called him Dylan. My fault. Declan. Yeah.
Declan. Oh yeah, 16-hour. Declan. He's from DC, right? Washington.
He's from DC, I believe.
Him and Nick, man, that's a combo. They're a problem. Them two together, those guys.
He can ride. He's fast on that thing, man.
Yeah.
Declan's freaking fast, man.
Yeah. If anybody can give any problems to them Cali riders, I would put my, as far as East Coast riders, I would send Declan and Nick out there, man. Them two DC riders, they're no joke.
Well, I wouldn't sleep on the NYC riders, man. They're doing they're doing the intro to speeds. They're getting quicker.
Speaking of New York, man, Tarzan and Turbo. Tarzan and Turbo.
Yeah. Turbo, definitely. Tarzan, yeah.
Tarzan Real Life Rally, he won by such a large margin. He actually turned around and
I was there when he did that. Dude, I was riding, and at one point Tarzan shot by me. So it was like a deer. It was like, I'm like, how the hell is he moving so fast, man? Yeah, dude.
He's the nicest cat too. I met him at the Boston Invasion a couple years ago, and I was just asking him, hey man, Yeah, I mean, and he just went in and started telling me all this advice and how I can get better. And I remember one thing he said that I'll never forget. He's like, 1 mile on trail is like 10 miles on the street.
On the street.
The trail will make you a better street rider. And that just stuck with me.
Yeah, but I think he's from DC. For some reason, I think Declan's from DC. I could be wrong, but I believe he's from DC. At first, I thought he was from NYC, but I believe he's in DC. He's always in New York, though, it seems like.
And why people sleep on Sam the mechanic? Who? I don't know everybody. I'm sorry. Who's Sam the mechanic?
Unless we're talking about Samuel Pacheco.
Oh yeah, Samuel off the Bronx. Yeah. Oh,
Samuel can ride too.
He could ride. I think at Amped a couple years ago, he went to take off, and Sam's a big boy.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not little. He's a big dude. He's a big dude. He's overleaned this monster.
Yeah. And he says sometimes the master has to let his students he says something like that. But yeah, he could definitely he rides the hell out of it. And shout out to his shop. I need to visit that shop. I really do.
It's a beautiful shop.
Yeah, I
gotta get a tire change, man. So I gotta either go to him or Paul Stallone. It's just
Paul Stallone, he knows his stuff too, man. Either one. I gotta bring my Commander. So I think I have a dent in the rim or something. It's like a little vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And I've taken the wheel apart. I've changed the tire and all that stuff, but I'm not trying to fix none of that. I'd rather bring it to a pro and just give them the money, have them take care of it while I go ride my little M10-3. EUC vibe. Damn, Primo, you could have told me that years ago. Great advice, LOL, 10-1 off-roading. Well, yeah, it's not my advice. That's something Tarzan told me. And if Tarzan tells you just do something on the wheel, he knows what he's talking about.
Well, I noticed that too after riding on trails for a little bit. And then you get on the street, you're like, wait a second. It's like night and day, man.
Yep, this is nothing. Street riding becomes way easier. Sam from AI Rides. Yep, Pacheco. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Shout out to Sam in the Bronx.
Great rider, goodwill mechanic.
And nice guy too.
He's a good dude, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to him. But yeah, man, this EUC life right now, I'm just as far as the content, I've been kind of lagging.
I slowed down.
Yeah, I had a lot of life changes. I almost changed my job. I tried this other job for a while, wasn't feeling it, so I went back to the job I have, and then I had to go to Colombia twice to because I got my wife here. It was a whole K1 visa process, super stressful. And then now we're gonna be moving, so a whole bunch of things. The only thing I haven't changed is my gender, but everything else is. It's like, somebody, one of my cousins, he had one of them filters.
Dude, that was funny.
As a girl, I was like, man, I would look good as a girl. I would make all kinds of money and buy all the wheels ever. Let's see.
Dude, I don't have a problem with anybody in that community, man. It's like, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's just like life. You're not gonna get along with everybody, but I'm not gonna make a problem with nobody. It's like.
Let's see. UC Vibe says we need more skip videos, Primo. They're coming. I promise they're coming. And if anybody in the Massachusetts, Connecticut, or even Albany, New York area, I see that comment. If anybody up there want to link up with me, I know somebody from Albany hit me up. We will be doing something. But as far as dislike Chooch and Opsum,
I like Chooch. Actually, Chooch was the one that when I saw him in that video on that 16X cruising through town with that cup of coffee, it was late. I was like, what is that? And that's when I said, I got to get one of those things. Yeah.
No, I'd love to ride with Chooch. I would
love to ride with freaking Chooch.
He's out in Colorado or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out.
I'm not able to keep up with him. He cranks on them freaking trails, but I would love to ride with you.
No, I'll bust my ass trying to keep up with him. But, when I first started riding, back when I started long hair, I did a video and I was kind of like making fun of all the EUC people I watched. But I was making fun of them like it was like a shout out. It was like giving them their flowers, but imitating them. Chooch was one of them. I think Chooch is good for the community. I think a lot of his videos were very educational for me. As far as Opsum, listen, she's doing her thing, man.
I'm not gonna knock her hustle. That's what I said. I'm not. She can do what she got to do to get where she has to go. I mean, I think she can ride. I mean, she got some skills on the wheel. She can ride. I just think
it's like 1 foot up on the chair. I can't do that.
I can't do that. Yeah,
she goes down a whole flight of stairs. I can't do that.
So I mean, she does her thing. I guess. Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like I said, I'm not gonna knock her for her hustle, man. Do what you got to do.
She brings a lot of eyes to the sport, you know.
Yeah.
She does it in a way that is a little different. But, you know, if somebody goes up to me, say, hey, Primo, I'll give you $20,000, you'll put on these short shorts and get on that ET Max. Guess what I'm going to do?
Going viral, baby.
I'm going viral, man.
You're going viral. Maybe for all the wrong reasons, but you're going viral. That's funny.
That's crazy. EC vibes. Oh wait, Roger said Zen as well.
I like Zen too. I like it. Oh, dude, I don't know, man. There's like so many people I like to ride with. Yeah, Zen seems cool.
I don't know anybody. You know, I'm trying to think if there's anybody I really dislike. I can't think of anybody, honestly.
I don't have a problem.
EUC vibes. I was just on a group ride with a guy who works at an airport and a guy whose wife is from another country. Big Primo energy. He's a passport bro too, I guess. Jose, we good though. This is our happy home. Gender change. Yeah, hey, man.
I'm way. Oh, I'm not too far away. Okay.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's all good. No. Keep reading. I just want to make sure I'm right with you.
Let's see. Sam's a great dude. He is. I find EUC vibes talking about himself. I find EUC vibes really annoying. Videos. You're funny though, dude. You're funny. We love you in the sport, man.
One of my best rides in New York was with freaking Vibes in Ronin, man. That had to be one of my epic ride moments. I was on a V10F. She was on a Sherman, and Ronin was on a Hero Torque. I thought I was gonna cut that V10 out, man. Oh my goodness, we're ripping through New York traffic on that thing.
Let me repeat what you just said. You were trying to keep up with the Hero.
I did though. Vibes is in here. Vibes can vouch for me, dude. I was on my wife's V10F, riding that thing to the limit through New York City traffic with Ronin and Vibes.
Well, then
I'm saying to myself, I'm gonna die today.
You got a lot more skill than you putting on too, man, because that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, EUC Chronicles is in Albany. Yeah, hell yeah, flip, man. Let's see. I'm not gonna say that. EUC vibes. I ain't even gonna say that. That's funny though.
See, here it is. He said it. It's true. See. Let's see, Roger.
I invited Chooch on a ride. He didn't show up. Oh, that's too bad. If anybody invites me to a ride and I have the day off, I'm definitely gonna show up.
Yeah, I'll do my best to make it.
Camel Primo, y'all don't want to see my camel foot. I promise you, you'll throw up. Ain't nobody want to see that. I'm surprised. Yeah, ain't nobody want to see that.
See the jelly beans. All right.
So, one wheel, two skis. I bought a V12 high torque because of Chooch not having emotional damage. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Pull up the funny Primo videos. Yeah,
I tried to load your thing. I couldn't pull it up, man.
That's
what's having some technical difficulty. It seems like every stream when I try to get started, it's just like sometimes stuff just doesn't go well.
Yeah, no, this is let's see. Send me a team shirt yet. Ridiculous. All love. I hang with Zen. He's a great person. He used to be a villain online. He is changing his image. That's what Roger said.
Yeah, man. He comes across as a pretty. Oh, shout out to Zen too, man. He got hurt recently. He messed up his shoulder.
Was that him?
That was him? Yeah, with the shoulder. I don't know if he broke it. I think he said, yeah, he was riding low PSI on that tubeless on his wheel, and I guess he was trying to finish it out, and that's it, man. Went down. So sending out healing vibes to Zen.
That sucks, man. Yeah, get better then. You know, that's something I hate to hear when people get hurt. You know,
I don't like that either, man.
I mean, I got road rash, but it was nothing crazy. I did when I did cut out on the 18XL. I did supposedly I kind of bruised the rib. But that's impossible. So they had me doing like this breathing exercise for my lungs. But
yeah, I don't wish that on anybody, man. I do. Like I said, after I got, oh my goodness, man. I don't wish that on anybody.
Nah, that's tough. Yeah, coming back from that it sucks. And you know, at 40 years old, I don't bounce back the way I used to. And you know, right now at the moment, for the next 2 months at least, I'm kind of the sole breadwinner, so I can't afford to racing.
Dude, you hit the nail on the head. That's what went through my head too, man. I said, I got hurt, man. You know, I mean, I got a wife. You know, I can't afford that to happen again. You know what I mean? So I kind of chilled down. Not like I was riding crazy or anything, but now it's like I'm like a pilot. A pilot can fly, but they're not going to fly in all weather. You know what I mean? I look out, kind of see what's going on. That's how I do my rides now, man, because it's like,
listen, if I was single, living in my abuela's house, grandma, in the hood, and I ain't have no bills to pay, I'll be racing all day. But I got a family to feed now. So I gotta, you know, I can't go crazy. And another thing that's got me kind of like the Broadway Bomb is a tricky subject because, you know, it's a crazy adrenaline rush. I remember the first year I did it, it was amazing. But do I really want to put a stranger's life on the line? You know, an innocent old lady who could be crossing the street, an old man, or just anybody crossing the street, minding their business. And here I come with this 80-pound wheel, and I go right and I hurt them. It's one thing to hurt yourself. And I that's what I'm thinking about now. And I'm not sure I'm going to go to this year's Broadway Bomb.
No, dude, that's completely understandable. Like, even when I would do the bomb, if you ever look at my videos, I was riding more like I was just on an easy cruise.
Chilling,
yeah, that's how I would always do it. More so just to be there, to be with everybody, that whole type of thing. But yeah, man, I totally get what you're saying.
And a lot of people do. A lot of people just chill. They get the Insta 360 out and the vibes. Yeah. So that's let's see, Crazy
Arcane. Oh man, what's up, bro? This dude can ride a bike, man. He said he's gonna teach me how to do some BMX, dude. We gotta do that. Yeah, this brother's cool. I've known him for years, man. Great dude. Thanks for stopping by, brother.
What's up, man? Eli the cartoonist. Oh, he's a cartoonist?
I met him at the I used to see him at the comic book shows and stuff when I would go. Yeah.
Like says, lost my wheel, broke a bouquet vase in a store, cut out after bombing stairs. I've been going through it. LMAO. What's up with you, bro? Them Yonkers cats is.
Lost my wheel, broke it. What? I gotta look that.
Cobra said that Zen said he broke his shoulder. Damn, that's not.
Yeah, man.
And then Roger said, "Gotta run, crazy out. Kane and I are getting a bite later." Oh yeah, because that West Coast it's 7:52, so they still eating out there.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he puts up some really. Definitely go to his channel, Crazy Kane. He put some really good bike videos up there, man. He rides all up through New York and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he can ride, man. So definitely go give him a follow.
Definitely gotta do that.
Yeah, it's just how it's spelled there.
18, yeah. Yeah, no, it's good vibes all around. Like, but again, for the people who my biggest thing, especially with this platform that you've been so nice enough to allow me to come on your channel, is definitely trying to make this Worcester Takeover special. Well, it's already special, but you know, again, it's next Saturday in Worcester, right in the heart of Massachusetts.
I might see if I can get out there, dude. I gotta see what my my wife's doing. I gotta see. I gotta see though.
We might add a fourth ride because Cobra said he's coming at 5. So since Cobra's coming, then I'm gonna have to add a fourth ride. So anybody who sees this, we got the 11 a.m. ride. That's the family-friendly ride. That's the whole squad. We got 2 o'clock ride. It's kind of the same thing. We go around downtown. Each ride lasts about an hour to an hour and a half. So there's gonna be plenty of riding all day. And then the third ride, that's gonna be the big boy ride. You gotta have a big PEV to join that one. And then we'll do something with when Cobra arrives, and we'll do like an evening ride, although it's still going to be daylight. But we're going to basically ride all day on the 8th. So there's going to be plenty of riding for everybody who shows up in any PEV, you know. But it's going to be my wife's first time riding with the squad. So
oh, she rides too?
She's going to be riding one of the scooters.
Okay.
I'm trying to get her to ride the Segway GT1 because, you know, I think it's safer, but she's so used to the Okai Neon Pro, which is a smaller scooter. Mm-hmm. But either of the first 2 rides, she's good. It's the ones after that where I'm going to be like, all right, sweetheart, I'll see you later.
Roger. Yeah, Roger. My wife rides. I guess she has the V10. The thing is, she just has to spend more time on the pedals, man. You know.
But she rides EUC though.
Yeah, she rides EUC.
Shout out to her. Okay.
Yeah, she rides EUC, but she just, like I said, she just has to ride more.
Stan said, "Will there be a video of the ride?" Actually, Stan, I am putting the video of last year. I'm gonna put that video up sometime this week. I'm gonna be putting a bunch of videos up just to get everybody ready for this year's takeover. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be filming during this takeover. And I didn't even mention this. During the second ride, we're going to stop at this street and we're going to give everybody the chance. Whoever wants to race, there's this nice straightaway where we're going to just have people do speed trials. It's going to be one wheels, scooters, bikes, EUCs, whoever wants to. Nobody wants to, great. We keep riding. But if we got some speed heads that got to, you know, be competitive, that'll be during the second race at 2 p.m.
Nice.
So, you know.
Roger, take it easy, buddy. I think he's out. Later, Roger.
Take care, Roger. And then, next Saturday, I gotta try to make EUC vibes. If we showed, that would be so dope, so dope. Oh, and yeah. So we got a little raffle going on too. Somebody's gonna win a flight to Orlando. Yeah. Last year was Sam, a Boston rider. He won. He took his girl to Orlando. So
nice.
Yeah, it's either gonna be 2 one-way tickets or 1 round trip ticket. So who knows? The only people who can't win is me and anybody related to me. So.
Man, looks like I'm out.
yeah. So my cousin, he's rolling up in his VSET 10 plus. Yeah, he's ineligible.
Yeah, it's a PEV ride out, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my Crazy Alcane. Yeah, it's basically, I mean, anybody on a bike. I mean, the first ride is 15 miles an hour. The second ride is about 18 to 20. So anybody who can really roll on a bike could roll. And then one saw me like, dang, my phone died. Was gonna say Zen has been doing better as long as he doesn't try to talk about a wheel before it comes out.
I think we all get excited when we see new wheel coming out. We all digging for information. I do that sometimes too. I'm looking. Yeah, man. We're like kids be at Christmas time, man. You know?
Yeah. Hey, man, I got to ride in Jersey. I have yet to ride in Jersey. I got to ride in Pennsylvania. I hear they got a nice little crew out in Pittsburgh.
Dude, I say this because that's my hometown. Pittsburgh one wheel, that whole crew. And not just one wheelers. They got everybody in there. And I think a lot of them actually, most of them ride EUCs now, if I'm not mistaken. But Ben, yeah, dude, great guide. Yeah, Pittsburgh's laid out, man. Pittsburgh's a laid out place.
Beautiful city too. It's got this old school charm that a lot of the New England cities have. Yeah. But it's more. It looks very industrial, like Rust Belt type. Pittsburgh got some dope vibes. So I got to ride out in Pittsburgh too. And just a quick shout out when I was gonna make the documentary, there was some riders in Texas, Houston, Dallas who were hitting me up. They were really cool, really nice. I got to ride out in Texas, Chicago, Indianapolis, Ohio, bunch of great communities. Just shout out to everyone. Everyone's been kind. I think 99.9% of the people have been kind to me. For the 0.1% who haven't, hey man, it's all good. I'll take the view and I'll take whatever you got to write. It's all good.
Me too, man. Me too. I think for me, and I will say this, people are like, no. I think with me, and I will say this, I don't think I've ever said this on camera. I'll say it now. I don't think people took me serious at first because they saw vegan. So it was like, is he gonna be telling us don't eat the animals? I don't care what people eat, man. That's what I was thinking at first. But then I was just like, I mean, I'm being completely honest. A lot of people think vegan is just obnoxious. I'm just being completely honest. And I'm like, look, man, I'm just gonna keep the name vegan. I do everything that everyone else does. My eating might be a little bit different, but I'm just as crazy as anyone else that rides on one wheel, and that's why I kept the name. And it worked out for me. But at first I thought people were a little bit skeptical because wait, is he tricking us? No, I'm not tricking anybody. No, eat what you eat. I eat what I eat. And then we meet in the middle and we ride. That's it.
And that's a great name, Sensei Vegan. Like even just by Sensei, people know who they talking about. They say vegan, they know who we're talking about. Like so that's dope. Like so you basically are vegan, and then where'd you get the Sensei from? That's why I think you had a background in martial arts or something.
Well, not even that. That's even just the minor part of it. It's just Sensei is just a teacher. That's all it means, So it's like I try to teach people certain things. That's it. That's all. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, my
gut gave me that name. So yeah, just put Sensei on there. I was like, really? It's like, yeah. It's like, okay. Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, it stands out. Yeah, you're one of the first channels I saw. And to be honest, when I seen your videos, I really thought you were a New England. Because New Jersey, the whole Northeast kind of looks similar.
It does.
Oh, he's up where in New England? Then I was like, oh no,
dude, my boy Coquette, right? He was watching my videos. He lived in Jersey. He said he was watching. He was like, wait a second, I know where that is. So I'm out riding one day. My wife's running. He sees my wife. He's like, hey, you see a guy on a unicycle? That's my husband. He went that way. He runs me down, and we've been boys ever since, man. We've been boys ever since. Yeah, we've been riding for like almost 4 years together now.
I'm gonna admit something that's a little embarrassing. I'm actually a loner. Like I'm to myself. I grew up in an environment where it's like just snakes everywhere. So I have trust issues. My social life is because of this sport.
See?
If it wasn't for this sport, if it wasn't for EUCs, PEVs, I don't know. It would just be me. I don't know what I'd be doing with myself, but like, I don't have much because like, growing up, all my boys, like, some of them got married, some of them went off, did different things. We used to have a crew. Now, we've all gone our separate ways. So I've been kind of solo dolo for some years. And then I get into this and all of a sudden I'm thrown into this, this community now that's like, it's not just nationally. I got people hitting me up from Australia now who are like, hey man, I like your videos, and it's heartwarming,
Nah, dude, that's what I keep trying to tell people, man. I got love from a lot of people, man. It's just like, it opened the doors. Like, it's like, I mean, I got people who want me to come ride in California, down in Florida. You get the same things. Like, yeah, come down and ride. It feels good, Yeah, it's cool. I enjoy that.
If anybody who watches this stream, if you want me to come to your town for whatever reason, ride, just, as long as you got a wheel I can borrow, I'll bring some gear and I'll show up. It can be anywhere. I'd love to ride in Alaska, Hawaii.
Oh, dude, yeah, that would be fun.
Seattle, I'm gonna do a trip to Vancouver. I know that's gonna happen. That's gotta happen before I move to Orlando. I gotta do a trip, meet them guys up in EVs. They're really cool. I already met them.
They're on the far western side too. Yeah.
Yeah. Met them at Alien Rides. Shout out to Tony at Alien Rides and everybody out there. They gave me a tour of the factory. And if you think people don't really know me that much now, they really didn't know me back then. But I was like, can I just get a tour just so for a future documentary? And they were just so nice and cool, and they let me try the Extreme Bull, the scooter.
K6?
Yes. I think it was the K5 or K4 at that time, but they let me try that. And shout out to Alien Rides, man. Cool. And anybody who, E-Wheels have been amazing. Again, got to visit EVs and all the other joints. As far as the East Coast, Sam doing it big, Paul Stallone. And I met Paul a couple of times. Yeah, he could rip too.
Paul can freaking rip.
It's not just working. Yeah, he can. Yo, he was on it. He was on when I actually raced him in Real Life Rally 2 years ago, and
Was he on his Mac? Was he on the
he was on the
yellow Max?
yes, on the X-Man.
Yeah, that little thing rips, man.
Yeah, he was on that, and I'm on my OG Commander at the time with my 50 PSI, and he just, when everybody took off, it was another dude from Springfield there. He was fast too, and then somebody else, I forget. All three of them just go, and I'm just like eating dust back.
Dude, sometimes all you can do is watch him keep going, man. He was on that. He was on that X-Men, and that's the first. Look at my chair. Look at that. Just went down. And I think that's the first year Cobra put, I call it like the corkscrew in there. When it went down the hill, I'm going down that thing, and all of a sudden I get checked, and it's Paul on that Max dude. He's like, "Sorry, dude." I'm like, "No, man, keep on going, keep going." Yeah, he was ripping on that thing, dude.
Yeah. Nah, he was much love, and he's very fair. You know, if someone does work, I believe if someone's good at something, you should pay them. Unfortunately, I've seen some people try. Everybody nowadays wants stuff for free. You know, I have no problem if I bring a wheel to down to Sam or Paul, and they give me a price. You know, they're good people. They're doing good work. They should be paid. And
pay for their service. I try to spread it out. Like, I'll go to Sam sometimes. I go to Paul. You know, I try to show support for everybody. You know.
And we got somebody actually before surprisingly decent. He rides out of I think New Bedford, Massachusetts, South Coast.
I just got some pads off him. I just bought pads off him.
Yeah, he be selling some good pads. So shout out to him.
Some pads off him. Yep.
Another super nice guy. A really super nice guy. Surprisingly decent. He's good with the drones too. Actually, I'm gonna tell you something, right? Mm-hmm. So if I'm able to get that GT Pro, meaning I sell the Mini, and I'm able to get the GT Pro, me and him are actually gonna collaborate. I'm gonna have them follow me. Don't get mad at me, people. But I'm gonna try to hit 70. But I don't just want to hit 70 wheel speed. I want somebody in a car to record me from their car and to record the speed limit. And we're gonna try to have a drone following.
Okay. You can get a race drone.
Say what?
You can get a race drone.
He's this dude got all the equipment.
He does do drone work. I think he says that right on his thing too. Yeah.
Yeah, he got it. He got all that stuff. So,
nice.
So me and him are going to collaborate if I'm able to get that wheel. Again, it's the fastest I've seen so far is Roger at 65 miles an hour. And I mean, it looks it. There's this guy named Raz, OMG Raz, who I think he has the GT Pro, and I think he hit a good speed. But when I do it, I want multiple sources so nobody can question.
You know who I would like to see on that GT, honestly, too? I would like to see what Ustra can do on that wheel.
Oh,
I would love to see him on that freaking GT. Still to this day, he was one of the guys that pushed that V13 hard, one of the hardest rides ever. I would love to see him on that freaking GT, man. I know he had pushed that crap to the limit.
Yeah. And I think he could.
He definitely could
to do it. You know, me, I'd have to be leaning in front like a little troll to get that wheel.
Yeah, to this day, that dude can accelerate a freaking wheel.
Yeah.
And you look at him, it doesn't look like he's pushing it hard.
No.
He puts the power down. Yeah, it's crazy.
And then what's his face? This dude who lives out in China.
Coogee?
No, Bergman. It's a white guy. He lives out in China. He just uploaded a video with Coogee, right?
Mm-hmm.
He made a good point. He said the way Coogee puts his pads on the side of his wheels, it's so that Coogee does this with he just uses his foot. He pinches, and just by doing that, he's able to accelerate the wheel like crazy.
Like freaking crazy.
Yeah, he says something like that. And actually, that guy is super. He's actually really entertaining. He's a smaller channel, but I think Bergman or something. The Bergman. I think that's what it is. Yeah, he's shout out to him. He's one of my. There's a lot of new channels that I like. Obviously, I like your channel, but you've been around for a while. Y'all seen Jaden the Woo latest video? I think
he was on the. I was watching. Oh, I just saw it pop up, and I didn't get to watch yet. He was riding the
Extreme.
What the frick was he on, man? Is it now? Is it the Max? I think he might be on a Max. I think
The Lynx.
PT Max. I think
it wasn't the Lynx.
Oh, it's the Lynx.
Yeah.
It's the Lynx. It's the Lynx.
Authentic. That's the name of the their new YouTube channel. Authentic.
Okay.
And the production quality is pristine. Really good production quality. Yeah, Authentic. Yeah, that was a dope video. And that dude, the way he be riding to, he does like this kind of.
Yeah, dude, it's like pure anime on that thing. Wow, yeah.
I'm too short and stocky to ever look like that on a video.
My arms are too
like a turtle. I just get low.
Dude, my arms are too long for that, dude. I'd be getting freaking dragging my knuckles on the ground if I do that.
Yeah.
My darn arms hang down to my freaking knees. So if I bend over, I'm dragging them on the ground, dude. I got long legs and long arms.
Yeah. See, but you would kind of mimic him though, because you guys have similar body types.
Yeah, dude. They ran in the rain. I remember that vibe. Yeah, you cats, man. I was like, my heart was beating out my shirt. And I'm like, nah, you guys can do that. You guys was running that day.
See, yeah, the Cobra says he was the rally drone guy last year, and he'll be doing the drone work for me again this year. Yeah, surprisingly decent. He does some good.
Stride with the shoes. I love when he wears those dress shoes, dude. He wears those brown shoes or his boots.
Yo, he's a stocky dude. You know, some people, I won't mention no names, but some people was talking about like, you know, calling on him all kinds of words, and I'm like, I don't think you would say that to my boy's face, man. Like, nah, he's a nice guy, but you know, yeah, I hate when people talk tough, and then but it's the quiet ones you got to worry about. It's the nice ones,
man. Just leave people alone, man.
Yeah. Let people be. Nobody's perfect. We've all made our mistakes, and again, shout out to you, Stride. I learned a lot from his videos, so hopefully he continues with the content. And actually, a lot of people were telling me that I should have been mad because he took one of my videos. He put it on his channel, like he put the whole thing, and people were like hitting me up, like, "Oh, aren't you pissed?" I'm like, he kind of threw a lot of people to my channel. I'm
the same way. Yeah. I don't even care. If someone wants to use my content, you can. I'm at the point. I don't even care, dude. I
ain't making no money with this. I'm doing this so when I'm old and gray, I'll have something to look at and be like, "Well, that was me back in the day." But it ain't. I'll never earn a dime from this. And for those who are earning money from this, shout out to you guys. Great.
It's no joke. It's no joke, man. Like I don't even look at the numbers much. It's just like I make the videos, I put them up, and it is what it is. I mean, there's times where I won't get a subscriber for months. I'm serious. It's like it ticks up so slow. I'm just like, I just enjoy riding and making the content and trying to connect with different people and just spread the word about riding. That's where I'm at with stuff now. So
I guess I was a little disappointed when he was doing the blitz, and I was like, yeah, I'll race you, and then he kind of flew over me and went down to New York. But then it was like, well, yeah, he should go. He would probably get a better challenge down there than me. He'd have smoked me in Worcester. Even in my own city, he'd have beat me. But we need to stop with the negativity, and and even a couple of my videos, even one that I was joking about canceling Boston because I had a rider out there challenged me to a race, and then I showed up and he didn't even show up, and I was kind of pissed off about that because I could have done so many things that day, and instead you got me coming out here for nothing. I took that video down. I was like, even though I was mostly joking, a couple of people were like, man, it kind of hurt some people, and I was like, damn, I didn't want to do all that. So, and then another video that I actually had that was doing good in numbers was PEV legislation. But I ended up taking that down because I'm like, damn, I'm kind of like cussing a little too much on this. And you know, and I do want, you know, fathers and mothers to watch this with their kids, and you know, I want to be, again, I want to be Mr. Rogers. I ain't trying to be Fat Joe. I'm trying to be Mr. Rogers. You know, beautiful day in the neighborhood, you know. So
right.
You know, so I'm just gonna be EC vibes. I haven't been to Boston since you're canceling Boston.
Oh man,
we gotta go to the Boston Invasion. Whenever Archie sets up a date, man, that's a great ride, dude. The Boston Invasion. We're talking like 100 people. We're all ripping.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. The takeover is more family friendly. The first two rides, Boston, you can't keep up. Bye.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't. Well, I need.
You'd keep up just fine. You would keep up, no problem.
Well, my thing is, I don't even think I have a will to keep up with you guys. I mean, suspension wise, because I had the torque version of the EX20, so you're only going to get about 38 miles an hour on that thing. So I would have, yeah.
I think you'd be good because Boston's like, it's crazy. It's like,
okay.
So you don't have long stretches of road. I think you'd just be, as long as if your wheel can hit 36, I think you're good.
Okay, that'd be all right then.
Jose, Hayden the Woo is legit as well. Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah,
everybody's legit. Everybody not named Primo is legit. we need Jedediah to make videos. Jedediah is U-Stride. Yeah, George.
Yeah.
Irvin. Yeah, no, definitely he should. You know, I think the what is it? The timeout. It should be over. You know?
Over, man. Damn, that's just water under the freaking bridge, man.
Yeah, that's old news, bro. That's old news. You know, let's get back to racing, riding, enjoying each other's company, and you know, for future reference, I think when people race, they should do it for fun. Forget about, you know, racing for no dumb panks. This ain't the Fast and Furious, you know. It's just do it for fun and do it just, you know, like I do. I got killed against that scooter, but it was so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, Cobra, dude. The shoes are the best, man. He showed up to the rally, man. They're like, "What are you doing, man? You come for salsa classes? What?"
They look like cowboy boots, kind of like all he needs is the hat. He's straight.
Yeah, he rips it in freaking shoes, man.
I have the S22 group rides. It has its limits. That gold S22 though is one of the top 3 beautiful wheels. I love that gold S22. I don't like the brown pads on it. I wish they were black, but
you know what, dude? That makes sense. They should have put black pads on that thing.
It should be black and gold, not brown and gold.
Black, and it maybe has some black, the gold trim on the outside, black pads on it. Yeah, that would be tight.
That I love that gold. I almost bought that wheel just based on how good it looks. I think my podcast is cursed. Episode 1 with U-Stride, and he left the scene right after. LOL. I don't know about that.
Who was
Jose, that? That was the UC Vibes that wrote that. And then Jose said, I want to go to Boston and try to keep up. You're going to fall. If you ride an EUC, you're going to fall. No, it's not that crazy. You guys will keep up. It's not nuts. It's just they go at a higher speed. It's like 25 to 30, which some people might struggle with, but it's nothing crazy.
My biggest advice that I give anybody on a group ride, and this is what I always carry from riding in a big group: know your limit. Don't be pressured to do anything you can't do, and be aware, and always keep an escape route, man. Do not get yourself into, you know what I mean? And I see some of these videos, I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And shortly after, people going down, donating skin, man.
And chill with the carving. Carving's fun and it's dope. But when you're in a group ride, I've seen it. I saw it in New York. I've seen it in Boston. I even almost seen it in Worcester. I mean, just 2 people just carving, bam, right into each other.
Yep.
I think what New York 2 years ago was a dude, I think he was from Europe. He was riding a Nikola. And this woman, she was from DC. And they both and I'm right behind him. And I'm like looking at him as it's happening. It was like slow motion. And just bam, they both went down. I was like, and they're both good riders. Like these aren't noobs. They're not rookies. I'm like, why are we carving so much on a group ride?
Yeah,
just
dude.
Have a conversation. Conversate. You don't need to do all that.
Yeah, I do 100%. I think like some people ask why I ride so straight. I'm like, I can carve, but I don't over carve.
Yeah.
When you're in a group ride, you look like Barry Sanders to other riders when you're going all over the place. You're just juking, and you can't tell which way the person's going to go. And that's when just take your time, enjoy the ride.
When Somniac says you can come to VA, Virginia, don't have a second wheel, but we can take turns. Virginia is a beautiful state. I like Virginia.
Nice.
It's one of the states I like more. Jose A, the Tesla T3 would be a beast at those speed, quick, nimble with the right power, like a BMW M2.
That's a good city wheel too. That freaking dude, I used to rip on the V2 Tesla I had. I used to fly around on that freaking thing.
That's good. I don't know much about that wheel. I really don't.
I would hit speeds on that thing you shouldn't be able to hit on that freaking wheel, man. I hit 34 miles an hour on that little freaking thing. Dude, I swear I did, dude. I get home, I'm like,
you should put that on a shot. I hit 34 miles on that freaking thing.
I didn't know the wheel was supposed to go that fast. I'm lucky I had a full battery. I would have cut it out, man.
That's crazy. But yeah, man, this is dope. I gotta definitely go out ride with you sometime. If you're able to make it to the takeover on the 8th.
I am going to do my best. I'm not going to sit there and say, yeah, dude, and not show up.
Well,
I'm going to see what my wife's
going to be there at 5, so
I will see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, and whatchamacallit? Yeah, just it's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be, we're looking at 60 to 80 riders coming next Saturday, 8th. It's on. There's a Telegram page for it specifically. Mm-hmm. If anybody would like the link, they can I don't know, message me somehow or whatever, and I'll send it. But yeah, it's gonna be a great event next Saturday. And then when I go down to ride with you, I'll let you know ahead of time.
Yep. If you need a wheel, dude, I got a Sherman over there. I got an RS T4 and an EX20. Yeah, so you can pick what you want to ride. Since you're the guest, you get to pick.
RS, I like the RS.
RS is nice. RS is I say it's like a Porsche 911. That thing gets up and goes, man.
Yeah. One of the Worcester guys got a RS. But this is, man, I appreciate the platform, man. This was a lot of fun. This was better than I thought it was gonna be. And you need to keep this going, man. You need to keep these chats going.
I will, dude. I was kind of skeptical at first. I was like, I don't know if people like, but I get a lot of good feedback. And it's not about me. That's what I always try to say. This, like I told you, man, the stage is yours. Say what you want to say,
Yeah. But I've seen every single one. Every single one I've seen them.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So all people, if you're watching this, go watch the other lives too. Give them a thumbs up, man, and just spread the word. And yeah, we need this. This is great. Cobra, anyone want to ride tomorrow? I think I got a doctor's appointment with my wife tomorrow when I get out of work. But don't be surprised, Cobra, if I hit you up. You're not too far from me, so.
Crazy. Hit me up, dude. You want to learn? We can meet right down at Pier 76, man, and I'll teach you how to ride, dude.
Crazy. I'm going to warn you. It's addicting.
Yeah.
It's take over your life.
Let me know, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hook it up.
Definitely.
Oh, tire pressure is huge, Jose. Tire pressure is huge.
Oh yeah. Don't go to a trail ride and have your tire pressure above 45 psi, or you'll be like me, falling all over the place.
Yeah, dude. I learned that from one of the best videos ever. Mike, is there any food? That video is probably 2 years old, maybe 3 years old now. Broke it down about tire. He's made other videos after that about tire pressure, but he's like a wizard. And when I lowered my tire pressure down, it changed my whole riding,
Yeah.
For the better.
I mean, I like the high tire pressure when I'm on the street, even though it gets kind of bouncy, but it gives me a lot. I don't know. I noticed a difference in mileage, miles per charge. But yeah, if you're going to go on the trails or you're going to take it easier, you're learning, you definitely want to lower the pressure. Just try not to hit into any huge potholes with low tire pressure. You might bend the rim or break it.
Oh, yeah, I got you, Jose. I got you, bro. I got you, man.
So Jose's in Jersey, too. Cool.
Yeah, we talked for a while. We finally got to ride a couple times, so we're going to try to hook up another ride. Oh, yeah, everyone, if you could please hit the like button.
Hit the like button, man.
Highly appreciate it.
Feel free to share the video, too.
Share it. Remix it.
And I'm not on any social medias. I might go back to Facebook. it's becoming a necessity, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
if you want to see some of my stuff, just go to Primo HS. HS stands for high speed because it's the only thing I know how to do. So yeah, Primo HS is my channel. You can see my goofy stuff I got over there. But we definitely want to support vegan in these chats because these are amazing. I look forward to see who else you have on here. So it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely.
Yeah, dude. I appreciate it. And everybody, again, I appreciate all the love you give the channel, everything. I really, really do. It's like I said, this is it's fun. I enjoy it. Again, I'm not the best rider, but I love the ride. And I enjoy wheel life, as Cobra would say. I enjoy the whole wheel culture.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, let's just keep the community safe, close. Yeah, that's it, man. Everyone be safe out there. Oh, he said someone's asking your top speed.
Top speed on the Mini 53, on the on the OG Commander 52.
Wow.
The OG Commander I can get quicker. The Mini I think I reached its threshold, but the OG I think I can get to 54.
I think mine's only 43. I hit 43, almost 44 on the RS.
I'm a tiny dude. I'm little. If I fall, I just roll.
Oh, dude, I'm falling like an oak tree, dude. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, y'all take, that's what I mean. I did see the video with Zen. I'm like that. Oh man, that didn't look right. But let's see, Stefan. Yeah, Jose. I'm not a big dude. High pressure works for me. The only time I got wobbles on master was because of low pressure. 80 kph at 20 psi. I didn't realize mad wobbles. Like the tire. Cobra's ready to ride some dirt trails tomorrow.
Dude, I normally stick around 30, maybe max out at 32, but I stick between 28 and like 30 is my sweet spot for it. And I get some wobbles, but nothing that I haven't got to the point where I couldn't bring back.
Yeah. Senior E moment. Hi, riders. What's up, Senior?
What's up, dude?
What's going on? You gotta check out Iluni Cycle. He's a fellow top speed rider. Oh, thank you, Crazy. You just subbed to my channel. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Get yourself a wheel, man. It's gonna change your life. If you're a beast on a bike, you'll be a beast on a wheel, probably.
Yeah, dude. He can ride a freaking bike, man.
Hey, Jose, LOL, Sensei Oak Tree.
Right. Hit that on a shirt.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think I'm already. I subscribe to every single EUC channel that
I do too. I do too, man.
I don't care if you've got 5 subscribers or 5 million. If your content shows EUCs, I'm gonna subscribe.
I'm the same way. I'm the same freaking way. I sub to every daggone buddy.
Yeah, Jose, your fam. Yeah, your fam too, man. I appreciate you. Injured reserve, high Erwin. Oh yeah, Cobra.
Oh, you must have heard so.
Yeah. You good, Senior? What happened to you?
Yeah, dude, that's the tough part. You know what I recommend? The riding jackets. Like I have a Beyond Riders jacket. I have another one by Skull Riders, I think it is. Honestly, those things are, man. I went down in one last summer and it was like I landed on a pillow top mattress. I think if I'd had my regular elbow pads and stuff on, it probably would have shifted and I'd have got some nasty road rash. Yeah. So they make the summer mesh jackets. I highly recommend those things because the air just blows right through. So you're nice and cool, but it gives you that full protection, man. I'm telling you, those riding jackets, lazy rolling, the hoodies, those things.
Yeah.
Good protection, man. More so than just having the regular elbow pads on. That's my recommendation anyway.
It's not if you're gonna fall, it's when you're gonna fall.
Yeah.
And you could be the most dope rider on the planet. The wheel could just crap out on you for no reason. Somebody else can hit you, somebody who don't know what they're doing. I'm a big proponent. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Once in a while, I don't have gear if I'm riding like.
Yeah, we do that. I mean, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I'll jump on it sometimes. Like I said, if I know that I can walk out of it, I know that's still a bad way to look at it.
Yeah,
but it's better to have it than not to have it, man.
Like I over torqued my InMotion V5F, and I got a little cut right here, just a tiny little cut.
A little bit of rash there.
A little road rash. I over torqued it. It was going up a hill, and I just. But if I know I'm really gonna rip or something, I'm on a group ride. Like I am definitely those crazy. He says compression suits. I got a couple of those. Got all this, man, and I just put it on my shoulders, my elbows, obviously my wrist guards, but my spine, and then my chest, all protected. I'm at that point. I'm not even worried about me. I'm worried about the wheel. I'm like, if I crash, how's the wheel gonna? I know I should be good,
dude. I remember people were always giving Pagode wheels a hard time for not being durable. When I got hit on my Tesla, dude, I don't know how high I was up in the air, but I know my darn Tesla was at least minimum 12 feet off the ground. I was watching. I was like, no. I'm flying through the air sideways like, no. Bang, gang. Dude, I got up and I hit the air. Dude, thing powered up, man. It was all cracked up on the inside, but the wheel still powered up. Yeah. It was still all. Sam brought it back to life. Sam Pacheco brought it back to life.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
Yeah.
If I end up getting that GT Pro, that's one of the first things. I'll have to get some padding on it because my big thing is because where I'm going to do it is going to be a pretty wide open area, my little speed run. So if I end up falling, I'll probably just slide
it out.
Easy, but I need to protect the wheel.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to spend another $4,000. I'm not rich. Trust me, I'm not. I'm in debt. So
I hear you. That's why I pick and choose. Okay. This is a little inside secret of how Sensei chooses his wheels. If you go back and you look at my videos, right? If you go back and you look at my shorts, what did you see on there a long time ago? You saw the T4. What do I have? I have the T4. Yeah. If you go back and you look at my videos, I said, man, I really like the EX20S. What do I have? I got the EX20S. So I choose my stuff very carefully. I'm not quick to jump on something.
Yeah.
I'll let them try to work out all the kinks, and then that's when I'll take and I'll jump on it. Some people say, oh, man, it's old. I don't give a damn. That's when I get all the bugs out of it. That's when I jump on it.
Tried and tested.
Yep.
The thing with the Mini is so my Mini has 50 E cells, not the S.
Mm-hmm.
The 50 E cells is getting crapped on, but from what I'm also hearing is that the 50 E cells will last longer than the 50 S cells.
Yeah.
I think unless you're really riding hard, I think 50 E is fine.
I don't push a wheel like that. So that's why, because I know you can get the T4 Pro with the S cell. I was like, I don't need it. I don't push a wheel that hard. I just kind of get it up to speed. I don't nail it.
And I've been pushing, and yes, the battery sag on that Mini is real. It's real. You see it drop, but it hasn't come close to dropping me. And I'm not sure if anyone has pushed the Mini as much as I have. I'm not sure. Maybe they have. I just haven't seen it. But I gunned that Mini. I turned that thing into a beat machine. So that's why I need to upgrade now.
Sound like you're riding on top of R2D2. Right?
You hear it too in the video when I'm racing the scooter. I'm just beeping the whole way.
Whole freaking way. Yep.
Absolutely.
Slide.
Not the ride.
Yeah, man. Makes sense.
Absolutely.
Makes sense. Dude, we're going to start bringing this thing down to a close. I hope you had a blast because I sure did. So we talked about this months ago. We're going to make it happen. We finally nailed it down.
Yeah.
Is there any last tidbits that you would like to add?
No, I hope to see a nice showing at the takeover next Saturday. Ride safe. Let's all be cool and just enjoy the sport. And I am coming out with more content and support the channel. Support Sensei's live. Nobody else is doing this. So make sure you hit the like button, share. It takes nothing. It doesn't cost you anything.
It doesn't cost a dime.
It doesn't cost you anything, man. He works hard on this, so show some love. And that's all I got.
Love, brother. And if there's anyone else that would like to come on the show, you can reach out in the comments. I'm on IG. I'm on Facebook. I don't do a lot of the forums because I don't want to get, burned out as far as with social media. So I kind of pick and choose, but I'm easy to get in contact with. And we can make something happen. And that's really about it, man. You know,
That's good. Definitely.
hopefully I have something to add to the stable. I gotta see. I don't want my wife drop kicking me in the chin. So
we need to keep our wives away from each other.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Thanks.
So, everybody, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for joining us. Remember, you get on your wheel, you ride it like you hate it. You be safe out there, but you ride it like you hate it. I'm Sensei, your
Primo HS.
That's it. Thanks for joining us. Hello, good night, peace and blessings to you all. Thanks for joining us, everybody.